All of us, we have challenges, we have obstacles that we need to overcome in our lives, but as we all know, it's not what happens to us in our lives, it's how we react to it, what we do with it. And today I want you to meet an individual who has overcome enormous challenges in his life, and he travels the world and helps people everywhere have better lives. And he has put together a system that is truly life-changing. And by way of video, I want you to meet the one and only Skip Archimedes.
Skip was a competitive gymnast who overcame serious illnesses, a coma, allergies, a family breakup, and depression to become a gymnastics champion. Then, during training, he experienced a living nightmare and broke his back. Doctors and specialists said he would never walk again. Unwilling to accept this fate, and inspired by Bruce Lee, he discovered forgotten secrets and used the power of his body, mind, and spirit to heal. 18 months later, he had returned to become the English acrobatics champion. He went on a worldwide quest to meet and work with international natural health experts to discover how to harness the miraculous abilities of the human body. Armed with these secrets and wisdom, he has worked with Sir Richard Branson, Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber, and is now a transformational coach to the rich and famous, an internationally acclaimed speaker, author, recognized expert on TV shows, in magazines and newspapers globally. Having trained thousands of people at his live events around the world, he has dedicated his life to helping people like you overcome physical, nutritional, emotional, and spiritual challenges. Imagine looking younger, feeling younger, and living a life of health, happiness, and vitality at any age. Discover how Skip can help you set yourself free and become the best you can by activating your mind, body, and spirit.
Hey everybody, this is David Avocado Wolf, and I want to encourage you to check out my friend Skip's Supercharge Your Life program. The guy's amazing. We call him the Miracle Man because he has come back from excruciating defeat all the way to champion several times in his life. He walks his talk, he's a lot of fun, and he's going to leave you with an empowering vision and feeling in your body unlike probably you ever had before. That's how amazing this guy is.
When you go through this process, you're going to be connected with so many parts of what you are. You're going to be reconnected more instinctively to the planet. And what's cooler about that, you're going to be reconnected with the universe that we reside in, because most of us are cut off from the spiritual aspect of who we are.
He's a born entertainer, crowd pleaser. And what he's developed here is a non-intense process. I have the concentration span of a gnat, literally. I sit in rooms, and if you will I get bored so easy, you will lose me within a second if you don't interest me. Skip captivates you to the point where he does it so calmly and so brilliantly. He has a way about it. Every element about it is fun. It's broken up so brilliantly. It's driven brilliantly. It's choreographed brilliantly. Every element of it is fantastic. But let me tell you something, I'm an actor, and I know none of this is staged. He goes with the audience, he goes with his team, he goes with the crew that he's coaching, he fills them and he works, and this is the brilliance of somebody that can hold a room. Talent's one thing, but to keep a room interested in you for that amount of hours in one day is a gift in itself. You can't acquire it. And that's what the man has. He captivates you and keeps you with it. Keeps you with it. It's just an amazing experience. So you have to be here to believe it and understand it.
So here we are in Asia with my new family. So all I'm asking is, Asia, how you feeling?
This lets you know about how much you don't know about your health and your vitality. And what's the point of making all that money if you're only going to die due to lack of action and lack of the right education? This man has deconstructed what I spent a good $150,000 in cash to learn, and what I learned was unfortunately incredibly incorrect. It made me look a little better, but inside, all messed up. I tell you something from the heart. This man is the answer to you being here longer with your children and being vital and doing things with your business where your business becomes your passion and you live a life that's extraordinary.
I wasn't quite sure what to expect when I came here, but I thought I'd just trust the process, trust Skip, and it's been fantastic. I've been reminded about some of the health things I know but I'm not necessarily doing, and also had a fantastic education and really had clarity. There's a lot of confusion about what's right for you, what isn't right for you, but really clarity from being here with Skip. This is kind of a combination of a number of factors. So it's got yoga, it's got meditation, it's got education, there's a lot of group exercises, you're really connecting with other people. That's why I think this is different. Yeah, it was well worth the investment to come on this with Skip. If you want to take your health seriously, and at the end of the day, health is the most important thing. What's good of wealth if you don't have health?
Hi, I'm John Caleb, and people call me here, even media calls me the Philippines' #1 success coach. And I've been trying to attract somebody who can actually professionally guide me. And so, as they say, seek and you shall find, and when you ask, it is given. And I think that is wisdom that has to be spread throughout the world. Skip taught us emotional control, and I have taught thousands of people in my wealth seminars. But I've also gone to so many workshops around the world with the best gurus. Of all the workshops that I've attended, this one really, really rocks. And this one really shot me through the heart to make important changes, and this is a must for everybody who wants to live a better quality of life. I think it's not just the length of life that you want to extend here. More importantly, what I got, it's how you're going to improve the quality of your life. So even if you're at age already, every moment you can enjoy it because you have so much energy, you have so much passion, and you have so much happiness and fulfillment in you, and you can give more to people. And it's going to take you to the next level, not just in your life, but also in your business. Skip, I think you have a unique message because as a success guru, I've met so many success gurus in the world, but you have a niche, becoming forever young. And I think that's a large part of what's lacking in the teachings of success is that part. You are that instrument of the divine to take it to the world, and this is going to be valuable because what will you do with money if you lose your health? So, but nobody really awakens people in the best way possible that you do, because you have technologies, you have steps, you have activities, and you have that gift to make complicated things into simple to understand things, which are very, very easy to apply. And I'm really hoping that you will touch not only the Philippines, but the whole world with your message.
Good morning from the UK to you. It's playing full out and achieving this 5 days, so well done to you. And what most important day out of all 5 put together, because this is what created us. This is what created the sun. This is what created this studio that we're in. The universe has an intelligence more than anything that we know is possible. And today you are going to learn so much. This is my favorite day out of this 5-day experience. So for yourselves, type yes in the chat right now if you're excited. Again, on a scale of 1 to 10. So 1 being like, oh, I'm not even bothered, I don't even want to just want to get coffee. That's like 1. 10 is like, yes, I'm so undisturbed and I'm ready to play full out no matter what. Please put yes 1 to yes 10 in the chat right now. Maybe it's a no, we don't know. Yes, yes, morning from Finland, 10, 9. My question to you is, why is it not 10? 10 would be earlier in the day, amazing. Yes, 10, 100,000, well done. 10 from Paris, yes in the UK, 7, 10, 10, 10 times 10. Awesome, give yourselves a round of applause. So, we've done so much stuff this week. And the most important thing is to really just make sure that we're reviewing
every single step of the way, because if you can't monitor it, you can't scale it. And if you can't scale it, you're going to stay exactly where you are. And let's review yesterday. So type in the chat right now what your biggest takeaway from yesterday was. So yesterday was all around creating better relationships, not just with yourselves, but with other people as well, whether that's business, whether that's personal. So type that in the chat right now and let us know. What was your biggest takeaway? Make decisions from the heart. Amazing, because the heart is over, I think it's 20,000, I can't remember what the slide was, I think it's 20,000 more times powerful. Beauty and the eye of the beholder. Amazing. Interact from a higher frequency. Take action every single day. Amazing. Taking action is the single most important thing. Health is a foundation of everything. Create reality in abundance. I absolutely love it. They're awesome takeaways. And remember, awareness is always the first point of change. And where focus goes, energy flows. So, what were your biggest challenges yesterday? Get it in the chat. Get it in the chat. So your biggest challenge was, let's get some challenges in there, guys. Let's get some challenges in there. Health is wealth. Exactly, look, that's a statement or a challenge, but that's awesome. I haven't slept for 24 hours and I want to restore my sleep as part of wellness. Amazing, I love that. Creating routine is so, so important, but energy is everything and everything is energy. Putting myself first, amazing, amazing. To never take action from fear, amazing. Heart over mind. Ladies and gentlemen, they are awesome. Because remember, with every challenge, there's always a massive blessing in disguise, and that's something that Skip can share with you. So, day 5. We are now here. We are now on the home straight. This is the single most important thing, as I've said many times already today. And you can really supercharge your life when you understand the power that the universe, or this intelligence, God, the creator, energy, whatever you want to call it, whatever it means to you. When you harness this, the results that you can create are absolutely phenomenal. So this is the part where you must play full out more than ever before. And if you really want to get results in your life that you want, type yes in the chat. If you want to get awesome results by harnessing the power of something bigger than yourself, type yes in the chat if you want that. Yes, please. Yes, yes, please. Yes. Amazing. Awesome, 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 awesome. So, who today is ready to learn how worlds are created, how things are created, how you can literally take anything from here and pull it into the fabric of your hands just by doing the steps that we can share with you? Type yes in the chat if you want that. Maybe you're going to put yes, yes, yes. Yes, sure, yes, yes. What does that one say? Yes, me, woo, love it. So, let's get into day 5, because remember, champions play full out no matter what. And as we all know, in the movie Rocky, Rocky becomes a champion. Why? Because he taps into human spirit, and that's what today's all about. But he does it through movement. He does it through boxing. That's his sport. And when we get into the motions, we're going to feel good. We're going to enjoy it. The endorphins are going to be flowing. Dopamine is going to be flowing throughout our body. Type yes in the chat if you want to feel that good every single day, no matter what. Yes. Yes. Is it all today? So everything today from between now and probably about 11:30 UK time is for you. So all we're going to do, I'm not going to hesitate any longer, because I know Skip is itching to get in. I'm itching for Skip to get in. I know you guys are itching for Skip to get in. So all we're going to do is take a nice energetic stand up. So stand up with so much zest. Go woo! Awesome, cool. So all we're going to do, we're going to practice it again. So we're just going to jump just to get the body flowing. And all we're going to do, as we know, movement is key, right? Emotion, energy in motion. And all we're going to do, we're going to have our hands up. And when we're doing the punches, just imagine the results that you want in your life. Maybe you want to manifest more money. Maybe you want to manifest a relationship. Maybe you're trying to manifest a business. Use that. The more energy you put in, this is you manifesting your results, ladies and gentlemen. So, I know it's a practice, but remember, play full out. So, when I go 3, 2, 1, we're just going to do the jab and the cross again. Yeah? So, do it again slow with me. Jab, cross. Because in anything in life, we have to practice to make it perfect. So, jab, cross. Ready? Keep your guard up as well. So, one more time. Ready? Jab, cross. Awesome. Cool. Roll those shoulders. Get nice and loose. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the track now. And when we do it, enjoy it. When we do this, connect to that human spirit within you. And really focus on what you want in life and how the universe can help you with that. So, trying to make the track work.
Are you happy with your
Awesome.
life?
So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Rub those hands. Get those hands warm. We're going to smash it today. We're going to smash it out of the park. We're going to get that baseball bat, smash it out of the park. So, guard up. 3, 2, 1. Jab cross. Awesome. We're going to do 2 more. Next one. Bit more power now. 1, 2. Amazing. Right, with that last one, we're going to do that yes. And we're going to refer that yes at the top of our lungs. Very best we can. So 3, 2, 1. Jab cross. Yes. Woo! Give yourselves a round of applause on the other side. So, we'll do 1 practice. We'll do 3 for real. So, other side. Jab. Cross. Got it? 3, 2, 1. Jab cross. Amazing. Well done you. Well done you. So this time, take it up a little bit more. Play full out. Get them results. So 3, 2, 1. Jab cross. Woo! Amazing. On this last one, this is you on the stage. This is you getting the results that you want in your life. No matter any challenge. There may be a few things going through your mind right now. You just go full out. So 3, 2, 1. Jab cross. Yes! Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. So, ladies and gentlemen, all we're going to do, hands up in the air. Over to one side. Nice breath into your side if you have to. Because now, the big man, Skip Archimedes, is going to come in and take you to a place that you may have never been before. So, just jump on the spot slightly. We're going to start clapping. And we're going to welcome in Skip Archimedes. Awesome. Yeah. Good job, man. Everyone, give James a round of applause. Woo! Okay, take a deep breath into the body. Inhale. And stretch it over to one side. Good, come on, stretch out those aches and pains. Stretch it out, stretch it on the other side. Lean back. And now lean forward and give me a nice loud moan. Oh, good. Head. Let's get rid of some of that tension in the neck. Change direction. Good. Side to side with the head. Remember, your body was created to move. Shoulders backwards. Good. Feeling good, moving your body and going forwards. Yeah, it's time to make your life a box office smash hit. Shoulders up and drop. Up. Drop. Up and drop. Good. In and out. In and out. Changing the hands. One hand on front and then the other hand on front. Good. Nice. Hands out. Tiny little circles going backwards. Tiny little circles getting bigger. And bigger. And bigger. Good. And now forwards. And you can smile. Getting bigger and bigger. Go on, give your body a smile so that your body can feel your face smiling. Good. Give yourself a round of applause and take a seat. Feeling good. Now, usually if we was at the event, I would say give someone a high five, but put your hand up, give yourself a high five and say, today I'm ready to rock. I know it sounds a bit silly, but sometimes in life we've got to do some silly things to make sure that we're not getting stuck being serious in ways that are going to take us down. So we want to be serious about this, making sure that you live a life of miracles, that you learn how to supercharge your 2021. Otherwise, you're going to get serious about the problem. You're going to get serious about fear. You're going to get serious about creating habits that are not serving you. We need to get serious, but not take ourselves too seriously, if that makes sense. So we got a lot to get through today. Now, I want to go through a very quick recap so we understand the 5-day journey that we've been on, because we've been on quite a journey for these 5 days, creating a level of awareness that you now know, right, I've got to focus on this area of my life. I've got to focus on this area, because without you choosing where to focus, you're going to get your stuff coming up from the news, from the governments, from systems that are breaking people down. It's breaking the immunity down, it's breaking their money down, it's breaking relationships down, breaking their bodies down. We've got to turn that whole thing up so that no matter what is going to happen in this crazy world, you are going to be waking up, living the life of your dreams, where you can get back in the driving seat, and this is what we specialize in helping people to do. So, step number 1, day number 1, it was all around creating the body that you deserve. We now understand movement is key, but the right type of movement is essential, because you can be fit, but you can still be ill. You can be fit and get a heart attack or a cancer, diabetes, something like that. So what we need is the right type of movement that creates alkalinity. The same when it comes to our foods. We've got to make sure that the foods that we're choosing, 1, they're not going to drain the body of energy. 2, they're not going to put acid in that body, because acid is going to break you down. 3, we've got to make sure that the food is colorful, that the food has the energy of the sun, the food has the energy of the planet, the food has weathered different seasons while it's growing. You put that into the body and you watch how powerful you become. I literally just had this last night. I was talking on a platform. We had about 1,200 people on there. And one of my clients was the guy who set the platform up, and he said, Skip, I couldn't believe it. 2 weeks I went without coaching him. Within that 2 weeks, guess what? He went back to thinking, oh my God, I'm feeling amazing. I want to go back to have some of the old junk food, because it's an emotional pull to it. And he said, I couldn't believe it. I was still going plant-based, but this is, or he was still going vegan, but not plant-based. If you look at the pictures on the screen, around that center picture, we want foods that are yellows, oranges, greens, reds, beautiful colors, that we then put that in our body, and we understand that light has different frequencies as well. You look at the rainbow has different colors. All of those colors mean stuff. All of those colors have a different frequency. What we want is you having a high frequency. That's the reason why I literally created our Supercharged Superfoods, because as I said, as I'm drinking this stuff while I'm presenting, it keeps me alkaline, it keeps me focused, it keeps the body alive, instead of it being like an energy that it could be like a stimulant, like a sugar or a caffeine, which ultimately is going to boost up your energy, but it's not natural. It's not natural to be having that much caffeine that most people are now taking. We just have to look at what you're doing to create energy. And what I want to show you is that if you want to have a coffee or something like that, you'll have it because you like. I want to show you how you can create more energy than you've probably ever felt in your whole life. And that's why we need to go through the activations at Supercharge Your Life, to make sure that you don't just have the level of awareness in your mind, you don't just have the information going in your mind, but now you know how to go and take action. Because without taking action, what we're going to be sharing today will be a waste of time. Because when we understand law of attraction, and we're going to get into universal power, and this is where the magic of life gets born, this is where miracles get born, but you need to understand all the other 4 to make number 5 work. And not just understand them, but you need to take action in making those things work. So creating the body we deserve, the right type of movement. Emotion is created through motion. If you look at people who move their bodies in fun ways, you can guarantee that their mood is going to be better, their attitude is going to be better. And what I want to be sharing with you is that this lifestyle that you will understand, for those of you that come to Supercharge Your Life, you're going to get it, because we're going to show it to you, because we're going to be able to be together for the whole day. And you're going to see, oh my God, these days have unfolded so different to any other day, to these super high states, these higher states of consciousness, and we show you how to do it, and you're going to be able to replicate it again and again and again. That is how you start to design success
consciously instead of maybe hoping it might happen one day. It will be by design. This whole game of life is set up by a universal design. Think about the universal energies that are coming in. Think about the gravitational pulls that happen around our planet because of the moon. That moon alone is what literally changes the whole movement of the sea because of the moon. So the moon wasn't there, we wouldn't have that type of pull on our planet, and this would be a very different place if it wasn't for the moon. So everything is playing a part in this game of life, whether you're aware of it or not. And I just want to go through, but when we get to number 5, please make sure you're going to be fully undisturbed, because otherwise you might be here for one thing and life has brought you here, but if you're not in the moment, if you're not paying attention, what you came here to get, you might go and receive a text. Your attention might go somewhere else, and all of a sudden you go miss the very thing that you're looking for, that could be that golden nugget to go, this is what I need. And it gives you that insight, it gives you that vision, it gives you that feeling, it gives you that boost so that you go and take action. Because without action, I can tell you now, nothing is going to move forward. That's why law of attraction is so powerful, because the last 5 letters are action, and we need to make sure we're taking action. So make sure that you've got some action taken in reducing some of the poisoning that's coming in on the foods that you're taking, whether you're taking processed foods, animal products are going to create acid, dead foods are going to create acid. Got to make sure that the food is bright and colourful and it's in its raw state as much as possible. Because then that way you've got all the enzymes in it which basically contain all of this energy. And you put that in the body, and it's not just an energy that you can go and use for movement, it's an energy that you can use for thoughts. It's an energy that you can use for designing something, creating something. Your whole awareness, most people are going through life like this. If you're a horse in a race, what do? They put the blinkers on the horse. Why? So the horse can stay in its lane and it just runs in a straight line. Doesn't even see any of the other horses, any of the other riders. Most people are going through life like this with the blinkers on, and they see one lane through life, and usually that lane is not the type of lane that they would choose if they had a choice. What I'm here to show you now is you take these blinkers off, and for those of you that are coming to Supercharge in life, I'm telling you now, these blinkers are going to be thrown away. They're never going to go back on again, because you'll be in these higher frequencies. You will go through certain processes that just keep that momentum getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And it's like that, it's almost like a tornado. The more of that energy that we can create within you, the more you will start to suck in and pull in and attract new opportunities, new ideas, new relationships, because your body is functioning at a high level. So we've got to make sure that you learn how to create the body that you deserve. Day number 2, step 2. We focus on the power of the mind, where you learn how to take back control of your focus, because where focus goes, energy flows. Now, as I said, these days should be an introduction to a new way of life. This thing up here, most people are only using about 5% of their mind. What would happen if you, and by the way, for those of you that come and train with me and take these advanced courses, we will show you how to activate 100% of your mind. It's scientifically proven. And when you go into this process we go through, you have to free the mind. Otherwise, you'll be in pain. And when you free the mind, you're in bliss. It's unbelievable. There's so much that we have to share with you, that this really, as I said yesterday, this should be like a springboard that catapults you up to the next level for your life. So we've really got to understand that you need to master your mind. If your mind tells you we're doing this, we're doing that, it's limited. Whereas you need to tell the mind, right, mind, we're focused on this. And you keep telling the mind where to focus. Otherwise, the mind will focus on the problem. The mind will focus on lack. The mind will focus on poor me. The mind is going to take you below the line. And I'm going to show you later today what happens when we live below the line. Life sucks when we're below the line. When we get above the line, oh my God, you get to create heaven on earth. Below the line is literally like hell on earth. Above the line is like heaven on earth. And we're going to get into that a bit later. Step number 3, day 3, manifesting more money. Must learn to create with abundance by being in true alignment. And we start by making decisions with abundance, because nature grows in abundance. The whole universe that we're connected to, we're going to get into this, but there are more universes out there than there are grains of sand on this planet. Not grains of sand on one beach, which would still be a lot, but grains of sand on the planet. That is how infinite this universal power is. Now, if you want universal power breathing through you to help you manifest more money, say, Skip, yes, I want it. Because I want to know where you want to get your energy from. Do you want to get it from personal will or divine will? Type it in the chat. Skip. Okay, brilliant. Because the universe wants to give it to you. It wants you to create a life of abundance. It wants you to have everything that you want. But here's how the universe works. If you're focused on, oh, I haven't got money, I haven't got a lot of money, that frequency, that feeling that you create, which comes from a thought, I don't have the money, it goes into a feeling, now that goes into a frequency, and that sends a message directly to the universe, which will come back with exactly that. Think about this. Would you go online and type in Google, I don't have any money, I don't know how to make money? No, you wouldn't. You would search for what you want. So what would you search for? I want to learn how to make more money. I want to learn how to create a better body. I want to learn how to create great relationships. I want to learn how to be able to train my brain and focus it to give me anything I want. I want to learn to open up to the universal power. You would type in exactly what you want. Those of you that are going to be coming to Supercharge Your Life, we're going to be getting inside your mind exactly why you came to this planet, by guiding you through these processes, by getting you in these high states of consciousness. When you're up here, then I get to squeeze you, and what's going to come out is the magic that's within you, that you may have never been able to go in deep enough to find out what your purpose is, to find out what your passion is, to find out what your purpose on this planet is. As soon as you find it, it's the best gift in the world. Because you have security, you have peace, you have balance, you have alignment, you have magic breathing through you, and that's exactly what we want for you. And we want these streams of income coming to you where there's going to be no drought. And it doesn't matter if there's a drought in one area of life, we've got you covered. Because now we've been able to open up your awareness so that you can focus on these different areas of life that are always going to serve you if you keep them activated consistently. So that's number 3. Number 4 yesterday, essential, strong, powerful, loving, meaningful relationships. We want to learn how to create loving, not toxic relationships with yourself, with others, with life, with the universe, with money, with anything that you go and put your focus on. We've got to make sure that what's going on in that relationship, whether it's with yourself or wherever, we've got good vibrations, we've got a good vibe, we've got good feelings, we've got that love. Now, if a relationship is weak, I want to show you what's going to happen. If there's a relationship that's weak, because I want you to be able to understand this, there are 4 elements on this planet that make up all life. Type in the chat, what are the 4 elements that make up life? Earth, wind, fire, and water. Listen to what I'm now about to say. Because there will be challenges that you have in relationships. But this is what you must understand. Because of these 4 elements that make up all life, any relationship, please listen to what I'm now about to say, any relationship that doesn't undergo the test of fire doesn't get strong. When a relationship undergoes the test of fire, which is a natural element, and that fire comes out in the relationship, but now we can use that to heat the relationship, to give that relationship what we get from fire. Think about fire changed the experience of life on planet Earth majorly. Now, when that fire comes up in a relationship, if there's balance and alignment, what happens is, instead of being fight, panic, stress, anger, frustration, whatever it might be, what happens is the intelligence knows that we now separate, and it can be for a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, half a day, doesn't matter how long, but you separate from that madness. You both do the work that we teach you at Supercharged Life. You go into a higher frequency, then you reconnect, and now you're reconnecting with more love, and that relationship has more meaning because you've now gone and both learned and connected in a high frequency. That's how we want our relationships to be. It's not going to be all lovey and unicorns and rainbows. You want that at certain times in those relationships, but also what you want as well is strong. You want to have a strong connection, because otherwise what will happen is as soon as that pressure is put on the relationship, bam, the relationship goes snap. Whereas we want the pressure going on, but we also want to make sure that we're not pointing the finger, we're not blaming somebody else, that we're understanding how to connect in harmony. That's how we create alignment, by having that harmony. There's nothing better than creating a harmony. If you've ever been in sung a harmony with somebody, where all of a sudden you sing something yourself, and someone who is probably one of the worst singers on the planet, practicing the stuff that I'm going to be teaching you today, how is it that I've been able to be on stage with the biggest West End producer, Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber, and he had me mic'd up live singing in the biggest show ever to hit the West End in 25 years, and they spent 10 million on it. Because what I'm teaching you, you can learn anything. This is the whole point. When we learn how to get activated, there won't be anything that you can't learn that's going to take your life to the next level. And that's what we want to teach you. So today, wow, this is where the magic begins. I love this. So we're going to be opening up to universal power, how the power that creates worlds in our universe, how you can have that breathe through you. And you'll start to operate with no fear, because there's love or fear. In fact, let me ask you this question. What would you rather feel more of on a daily basis, love or fear? Type it in the chat, let me know. Some of you are quick to answer now. I like it. Look at this. Love, 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 love. So what it means is that if we want to feel love, we've got to give it. Who's the first person we've got to learn to give it to? Type it in the chat. Who's the first person? Yes, me, myself. 100%. Absolutely. Now, when you start to really fully love yourself, what it means is that you stop judging yourself. Now, let me ask you a question. If you went, and I said to you, I'm not going to say do it right now, but do it after this class is finished today. It's a little bit weird, but I'm going to ask you to go and do this. I'm going to ask you to go and look at yourself in a mirror with no one else around, so there's just you there. I want you to look in the mirror. It has to be a full-length mirror, completely butt naked. The reason why I'm asking you to do that is because most people are not loving all parts of themselves, and they try and cover something up. What we want is we want to see if there's an area that you want to improve. Great, let's see it and let's love it the way it is. But then also let's say, okay, I want to change this, and this is the power that you have. You're a creator, which means that you're an artist. Artists sculpt things. I want to be able to teach you how to sculpt your body, how to sculpt your mind, how to sculpt your money, streams that come to you, how to sculpt your relationship, so that you can turn into a creative artist, which means one thing. There's two energies out there when we're talking about universal power. First energy is a competitive energy, where we're competing and competing and competing. Now what that means is someone wins, someone loses. This whole creation of life, nothing needs to lose when you understand the bigger picture, and nothing actually dies, which we're going to get into in a minute. The second energy that you want, which is the most important energy, is the creative energy. This is where you understand that you can be a creative god or goddess. And those of you that come and take the advanced trainings, we take you through processes that you will discover parts of yourself that you just didn't even know was there. And the way we unlock them is we get you into the frequency, and bam, you receive something different. Just like if I want to change the radio that I'm listening to, I hit a button, I receive a different radio show. If I want classic, I hit classic, it's in a different frequency. If I want pop music, I hit pop music, it's in a different frequency. I start receiving things different. Now the universe, it wants you to create in abundance. Now to understand universal power, what I'd like to be able to do is just share a quick story with you, because I had a direct experience when it came to connecting with humanity in ways that I never thought was possible. I'd heard about the power of prayer, and the power of prayer is powerful because whatever comes out of us sends a message to the universe, and it will then ripple back. And if we're saying, oh God, why is this happening to me? Why can't I do this? If you ask a disempowering question, guess what the universe will give you? You got it, a disempowering answer. If you ask an empowering question, guess what the universe will give you? An empowering answer. So the first thing we've got to focus on is we've got to change our questions. We've got to open up to more empowering questions. Instead of like, oh God, why can't I do this? It's like, right, how can I do this? What do I need to do to make this work? Who do I need to become? What do I need to learn? Ideas will start to come. And as those ideas come, all of a sudden, you start focusing on something completely different. And now the universe is starting to breathe through you instead of you resisting doing what's needed, taking action, moving your life forward. Every time you take action moving forward, something new is going to open up. Every single time. Without taking action, we stay stuck. And when we stay stuck, we get weaker. And when we stay stuck, immunity goes down, thoughts go into a lower frequency, we stop taking action, and then we just freeze and we start to feel isolated and we feel alone on a planet that's got billions of people, alone in relationships, alone in a family, because we started to not do the right things. What we're here to show you is exactly step by step how to do the right things. And we're all living, breathing proof that this stuff works. We wouldn't be able to do what we did if we didn't prove that this stuff works. So I want to share a story where we were filming a documentary out in Malaysia, and I said to the film crew, right, I'm going to climb up this waterfall, I want to do a few yoga poses and meditation shots at the top for some B-roll, and I started climbing up this waterfall. I got nearly the top, the water came, I slid down this waterfall, hit a rock at the bottom. On my tailbone, my tailbone went straight on the rock, snapped the tailbone went from a C shape to an L shape, and it went from being straight down the body to being knocked over one side. So it was completely out of alignment. So we know we had to get that back in alignment, because otherwise your bones are like the scaffolding. If they're out of alignment, you're going to have problems. And this is what's happening to a lot of people's bodies because they're not moving in the right way. Shoulders go out of alignment, hips go out of alignment, spine's out of alignment, neck's out of alignment, and they wonder why they're in pain. You follow me. If you follow me and you come to Supercharge Life, we're going to show you how to create alignment in ways that most of humanity never get to experience because they've been brainwashed by systems that are now breaking down. What I want to show you is how nothing has to break down. Your health doesn't have to break down where it shakes you up. I want to show you how to be unshakable so that you just get what this game of life is all about and you get to what we call awaken. You get to awaken into all of your glory. And for that to happen, you must become supercharged. Now, there's no better way to be supercharged than to open up to this universal intelligence and this universal power. So what happened was when I was climbing up this waterfall, fell down a bit, I'm in and out of consciousness. I come to in hospital and I say to my partners out there, what the hell happened? And they went, Skip, you fell down this waterfall. They're going to get you in to operate immediately. Now, if I didn't have alignment between the body, the mind, and the spirit, I'd be like, oh my God, shit, I just fell down a waterfall. Thank God I'm in hospital. Thank God they're going to operate right now. Thank God. And I would hand my body over to some so-called expert who I don't even know. Now, I'm not against operations. But what I know from someone who's had a lot of operations, because I've broken most things in the body by being an acrobat in my former career, what I found out is that when the body rebuilds itself, scar tissue is the strongest tissue in the body. And when you rebuild, you can rebuild stronger. What most people don't understand is, oh, this broken bones happened, this happened, that happened. And they hold on to this label that's ripping life away from them, and it all came from a simple belief system. Supercharge your life, we're going to expose you to belief systems that your mind is going to go because we're going to be able to spend a lot more time with you and be able to coach you and help you and mentor you and guide you through certain processes that you're never going to be able to look at life in the same way again. You're never going to be able to act the same way in life again, because now you're in a higher frequency with more of this universal power breathing through you. What do you think is making your heart beat right now? Universal power. What do you think makes the 50,000 new cells that emerge in your body every 3 seconds, and then 50,000 old ones are dying off, so you're being recreated every 3 seconds? What do you think happens? Sorry, what do you think had to happen on this planet for a human body to be designed with a body, a mind, and a spirit, for us to be revolving around our planet with the moon, for us to be in a certain solar system, for us to be a part of this Milky Way, for us to be a part of this universe? There is an intelligence behind this. Most people are not connecting to that level of intelligence in their life. This is what you're going to get exposed to at Supercharged Life, not just from an information point of view, but from an activation point of view. And we're going to get into activations very shortly. So, universal power. So I'm in and out of hospital, in and out of consciousness. They're saying, right, you're going to have this operation. I tune in, and this is what I want to be able to teach you all how to do. And it's not something I can do in a small little masterclass like this. We have to be able to anchor it in through processes. So I tune in and I ask, okay, so I'm not asking the mind. If I ask the mind and I say to the mind, right, mind, do I need to get an operation? Of course the mind's going to go, yes, because the mind's going to think it's the right thing to do. Your body's broken. There's an expert here. He can heal your body. Go and get the operation. That's what the mind would say. Now I asked the question and I said, right, am I meant to have this operation? And this no came in so strong, and I was like, okay, I'm in so much pain at the moment. And then the next question came up, and I said, am I meant to be doing the event in 3 days' time? We had 1,000 people coming to my event out in Malaysia. I was the only speaker, so there wasn't other speakers there. I had to do the entire event, but yet I've now got a snapped tailbone and a snapped wrist, and my bone is sticking out of here. You can see the bone just sticking out. And I'm like, okay, am I meant to be doing this event? And this yes came in, and this is when you get universe intelligence. When I asked the question, as I started asking the question, the answer came before I could even finish asking the question. That's how intelligent the universe is. And if you don't connect to this power, I can tell you now, if you want more money and you start a business or you start a product or you start an idea, if you only have mental power and physical power, when the challenges happen, you're going to get beaten up and you'll give up. I've seen it happen time and time again, and I've seen it happen with people who've created amazing products and amazing services. They just didn't have that force of life behind them strong enough. I want to show you something that some of this is forgotten secrets, some of this is ancient wisdom that's been forgotten in a beautiful world. So we are here to bring it back. So there I am in hospital, and I'm saying, right, am I doing the event? And the answer yes came in. Now I'm excited, because even though I'm in so much physical pain, I'm thinking, I don't know how this is going to happen. My brain doesn't know how this is going to happen. Sometimes we don't know how things are going to happen, but we must trust. So I went in and I trusted myself, and I was like, okay, I get it. This is meant to happen. If I'm going to be on stage in 3 days' time doing this event, I'm up for this journey. I don't know how the hell you're going to get me on stage. I don't know how we're going to do this, but I'm up for the journey. Let's do it. Now, things unfolded in the most unbelievable ways. And now I want to explain this so you get it. So I check out hospital, and I had to sign. Well, I couldn't actually sign it because this was. I couldn't even move my partner had to sign, screaming at me, telling me that I was being irresponsible, I wasn't allowing them to do their job, I don't know what I'm doing. They were literally shouting at me. out in this hospital in Malaysia, and I just couldn't believe it. And I said, Aaron, please, let's just let go. Let's go, because otherwise their energy might end up winning over mine. If I have seen it out on, maybe I should got the operation, maybe I'm just imagining this stuff, maybe this is all in my head. If you don't understand the connection, you can bring up your own fears and doubts instead of having absolute certainty on what's going to serve at the highest level. So there I was, checked out, we went back to the hospital, we went in, they showed me a newspaper clipping of a guy who had died a week before. The headlines were, Singapore man dies at waterfall in Malaysia, and it showed pictures, and he was trying to save his daughter. He saved his daughter, unfortunately he passed. And I said to everyone, guys, I could have died. I said, seriously, I could have died easily. We need to celebrate that I'm alive. But because we've got this event, and we probably spent about 50,000 hiring the venue, marketing the event, getting all the production ready for the venue. There was a lot of money that was spent. And I could see my partner, and he's like, oh. And I said, Aaron, I'm not dead, I'm alive. He goes, I know, but we need to tell people we're not doing the event. I said, who said we're not doing the event? He said, Skip, you can't stand up. How are you going to do the event? I said, I don't know, but I know I'm doing the event. He went, how? I went, because I can feel it. Remember what Bruce Lee said, don't think, feel. As you start to build this feeling, this connection, that is how you get a direct connection to the universe. It's your intuition, it's your inner guidance system. This electricity, this magnetism will literally start to open up, and you'll be guided from your inner world that comes from the intelligence that we see in our outer world. In the event, I said, that is it. I said, we're doing the event, and I don't know how. And I said, but everyone here is like someone's dead. I said, guys, we should be celebrating. I said, Tracy, another partner of mine, I said, your dog's called Happy. I said, please tell me about Happy. We need some happy vibes in this conversation. She said, what? I said, everyone's acting like someone's died. I said, we're doing the event, guys. And everyone looked at me with total disbelief. I said, we're doing the event. I said, but tell me about Happy. She goes, well, actually, she said, something really strange happened a couple of weeks ago. I said, what? She said, Happy fell off this chair and he just started crying. And it's this little, beautiful, white little poodle. And it was always Happy. That's why they called the dog Happy. But Happy started crying and squealing because it fallen off this chair and was hurt. So Tracy took it to the vet. Now the vet immediately said, right, I need to go and operate. Just like the guy said to me. He said, right, we need to operate immediately. As soon as they saw the x-ray, they said, right, this is snap, that's happened, we need to get him in and operate. This vet didn't even do an x-ray of the dog. And Tracy said, look, I need to operate. And Tracy goes, on a feeling, intuition, a gut feeling, inner guidance. She said, I don't feel, he said, look, I know what it is, it's this leg, I need to go and operate and I know what to do. She said, I just haven't got a good feeling about this. And he said, well, look, I know what to do, I'm the vet, this is what I'm trained in. And she goes, I understand that, but it just doesn't feel right. I can't explain why, it just doesn't feel right. Sorry, I'm going to take my dog back. While the dog was squealing and crying. So she takes the dog back, goes and calls another friend of hers who's an energy worker. He deals with energy. When we get down to the most fundamental essence of what all life is, type it in the chat. What is it? One word. Come on, type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. When we get down to the most fundamental essence of what all life is, what is it? Type it in the chat. Yes, energy, energy, energy. So this guy works with energy. And she takes little Happy to go and see this guy. And immediately this guy does something on the other leg and he goes, "Pah!" And immediately the dog just looks up, stops squealing, stands up, and he starts jumping up and down. And I'm looking at her and I went, that's the guy we need to go and see. She said, what? I said, that's the guy that's going to get my bones back in alignment. I said, look at the x-rays. The tailbone is, I cannot allow my body to heal with the bones in that shape. Because if I heal while the bones are like that, I'm going to be in serious pain for the rest of my life. And then they will have to go and slice me open to readjust the bones. I said, that's the guy. She goes, well, I've got his telephone number, his mobile number. I said, call him now. It was literally about midnight. And she calls him up, tells him what's happened, and he says, look, and he knew who I was. You know, we were running like big events out there, and he was a big fan, you know, loves the work that I do. And he said, right, come and see me at 5 in the morning. So this was now midnight. We go and see him about 5 in the morning before his practice opened, and he did the same. And we took the film crew with us to go and film this stuff. And he did exactly the same. He took this wrist, I couldn't move, the bone was sticking out here, and he just, and he literally looked me in the eyes, and I want to say the same to you because it's so true, because if you don't believe in miracles, miracles ain't gonna happen. You got to believe that they can happen. He looks at me and he went, are you ready for a miracle? And they actually call him the miracle worker. I went, well, they call me the miracle man. I said, so I'm so into miracles, brother. I said, let's make it happen. So he takes his arm, he goes down here, using energy, learning how to manipulate energy. And he goes, bam! And immediately pops that bone straight back in. And it's all, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Literally immediately, because new connections had, or the connections were stopped because certain things were broken and certain things were out of alignment. As soon as that alignment went back in, bam! The magic of life, that universal power, it started to breathe through immediately. Now, here's the magic of life that I want to explain. He did the same for my spine. Now they were in alignment, total alignment. Now here's what I want to explain. Now he got the spine in alignment and everything unfolded in the right way, but this is what I want to explain. If I didn't follow that trail and I didn't do exactly what my inner guidance was. Now here's what I want to share. When I was back in hospital and everyone was freaking out, got to get this operation, got to go into theatre, they got to put you under right now to get you in. If I would have let them do that, I would have had months in hospital, I'd have had months in rehab, and I would have been sliced open, and God knows what could have happened. And as I said, I'm not against the right types of operations. I think some of the operations that are out there are life-saving and life-changing. I really do. But it's got to be the right ones. Now, when they was telling me they've got to operate, I knew if I didn't get everyone out of the room, I didn't know whether I was meant to get the operation or not. So at that point, when I asked and I said, right, am I meant to do it? And it was like, no. Am I doing the event? Yes. And then I said, right, what do I do? This was the inner guidance. My inner guidance said, get your phone out, record. My ego was like, ask for help. I am the help. And it was like, nah, you be humble and you now ask for help. And this is something that we all need to do around the world. And there's no better help than learning how to empower yourself, because now you get to become the help for somebody else as well. But we all, there are times in life where we all need to be humble enough and centered enough and balanced enough and loving enough to go and ask for help at some time, so we don't feel alone, so that we have a family around us, a tribe around us. So I pull up and I start telling people what's happened. I said, look, skip here, I'm really sorry, I haven't really got an inspirational message. I explain what's happened, and when I start explaining what happened, I literally start breaking down. And tears are coming out, I'm crying. It's not something that I would naturally do. In fact, I was taught not to cry by my father. It's like, men don't cry. So I had that education of, you know, man up. And anytime tears would come up, I'd just get rid of them. So it stopped me feeling, and it turned me into a little bit of a robot. Whereas we need to connect to the feeling. Otherwise, we're not going to learn how to navigate through life. And your inner guidance system is like a sat-nav. It's like your maps. It sets your journey. Every single one of you has a journey on this planet. But if you don't connect to this universal power, it's impossible to get on your journey. Impossible. Because otherwise, you're going to be brainwashed by a society that's breaking down. And those mechanisms that are breaking those societies down, they're going to get in you and they're going to start to break you down. We want to make sure that we have guards up against all that stuff so that we start to see a clear road ahead and we get supercharged on our journey. That's how we start to create life of miracles. So what happened was, I put this video out, I start crying, the video gets sent. That night, we go back to the hotel, I'm lying on the bed, everyone's around my bed, and I'm looking at everyone, and I literally start, and what we didn't know was that the video went viral within, I don't know, a matter of hours. And we're going back a few years now. 21,000 people had seen it. Now, nowadays, that might not sound like a lot, but 21,000 people had seen it in literally a few hours. And what I asked to do, please listen to what I'm now about to say, because this opened me up to universal power in ways that I never would have believed unless I had the direct experience. What I got asked to do was to ask people to pray for me. That's how I got asked to ask for help. And it said, Skip, ask people to pray for you. You're going to be doing the event in 3 days' time, but you need to ask people to pray for you in this way. Not praying of, oh, I'm so sorry for you. Oh, this is so bad. No, because all of that's low vibe. Praying for me in the way that every single ascended master that's ever walked this planet would look at the people in front of him. They would see them in their greatness. So I said, please pray for me in a way where you see me being on stage for these people. I don't want to let these people down. They've spent money to be there. They've blocked out their weekends to be there. I've flown from another country to come and be here. I want to be able to serve. If it's possible, I'm going to do everything I can so I can get on stage and I can serve these people at this event. That thing went viral. We go back to the hotel. None of us are aware of this. I'm lying on the bed, and what we don't know is that people started getting together in groups. There were groups getting together praying in Mexico. There were groups getting together praying in Spain. There were groups getting together in Singapore. Groups getting together in the UK. And people started praying individually as well. And I asked them to see me on stage giving and delivering exactly what people came for and more. So that's what they started to do. And I'm lying on this bed. Everyone's around the bed in the hotel. And I start looking at everyone, and I literally start saying to my partners, I said, because I wouldn't take any of their drugs. They wanted to put me on painkillers. I didn't want to numb anything. I thought, right, if you want me going through this experience, I want to feel everything. If it's pain, I'm going to use that pain, and I'm going to learn how to channel that pain and create something amazing. I don't want to numb the pain. I want to feel it. Life has given me this gift for a reason. What I don't want to do is get numb in the moment. I want to get activated. I want to understand what you're trying to teach me now, so I can then go and teach it to somebody else. So all of a sudden, I'm lying there, and I look at everyone, and I went, what the hell just happened? And I'm looking at everyone, and I'm like, what do you mean? And I'd gone from being in serious pain to literally riding these waves of bliss, riding these waves of euphoria. And I'm looking at everyone, I said, seriously, I said, has someone drugged me? They said, what do you mean? I said, because I don't feel any pain anymore. They said, what? I said, seriously, I feel like someone's put some type of drug on me. I said, when I've had operations, those few seconds that you go, oh my God, this feels amazing, and then you're out. That second was just lasting, and I'm like, I feel like someone's drugged me up with something, but I feel euphoric. And they were looking at me strange, thinking, oh God, Skip's lost the plot now. He's totally lost it. I said, guys, seriously, I'm so conscious at the moment, I don't even understand what's going on, because I don't understand where this is coming from. And they said, well, what is it? I said, I'm feeling so much power and beauty and love and passion just breathing through me. And they said, well, where's it coming from? I said, I don't know. So I asked the question. I said, where's this coming from? Bam! The answer dropped in a heartbeat. This is coming from the prayers from humanity. In that moment, my heart ripped wide open, and it was like my heart was suddenly connected to every single person who prayed for me. And I'm going, oh my God, you just gave me some energy. You just gave me some universal wisdom. You just gave me so much power that this is what I'm going to be able to use so that I can go and deliver this event. I can tell you now, without that prayer, without those prayers, I should say, there is no way I would have been able to do that event. It didn't make any logical sense. A snapped tailbone, okay, snapped wrist, no problem, we can do that one. But if anyone's ever tripped up and fallen on their tailbone, you know how painful that is. Some people can't even walk. You imagine falling 50 feet down a waterfall, hitting that rock at the bottom, and proper hardcore snapping that tailbone. And 3 days later, I'm still able to go and serve physically, mentally, and spiritually. This is what we all have. I want you to be able to understand and connect to that universal power so that we understand that we can really be there for people, even if we're not there physically. If we can get ourselves into a high vibration, because this is why I'm now serving humanity at the highest level. Because humanity, what I felt in the heart and the soul of people was a love that is so powerful that if we can start to connect that love together, whether it's blood related or not, it doesn't matter. We create a tribe. But in those tribes, we have these super high frequencies. We have these high vibrations. We have this energy that creates worlds. All of a sudden, you're now connected to something that's going to be your family. And this is what happens to people at our live events. When they come through the trainings, the relationships, the connections that get made are just out of this world. So understanding that really the power of prayer taught me something where I wasn't raised being religious. I never prayed as a kid. It just wasn't something that was part of our daily lives. But I can tell you now, not having a spiritual connection, life will become like hell on earth. Because we understand what the body and the mind have done. They've created lots of systems. So we need to start to understand things from a greater perspective that wants to serve life at the highest levels. And this beautiful planet that we get to walk on, this beautiful planet that we get to play on, we want to do that using universal power. This is why you've heard it in a lot of the ancient scriptures when they say, right, move the mountain. Sometimes you're going to feel like I'm at the bottom of the mountain, and you'll learn how to move that mountain or climb that mountain because you're now using universal power. It's breathing life into you with every breath. It's breathing life into you with every heartbeat. But most people haven't opened up to the full force that it can be. And that's what we want to be able to open you up to. So, spirituality. We call it the awakening. It brings up more compassion. This is where you get to walk the enlightened path. This is where, instead of holding on to things, if someone goes and hurts us, or we get ripped off, or we get taken down, instead of bringing up all that anger and wanting revenge, we let go of it and we forgive easy. But the mind will go, no, 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 we're not forgiving this person because they did X, Y, and Z. And guess what you then do? You're holding on to that story forever. It's like putting a ball and chain around your ankle, but it's not a ball and chain. It's a little dog on a chain, and that dog keeps biting at your ankles all the time. It's going to be annoying. It's going to hurt you. This is why forgiveness is fundamental. Otherwise, by not forgiving and holding on to these negative emotional energies, that could grow into a disease. That could grow into a life-threatening disease. So when we learn to let go easy, what happens? We go to a natural state of joy. We find that inner peace. We understand how karma works, and we don't take on the responsibility of karma, go, right, they've done this, I'm going to get you back, or life's going to get you back, and you're still holding on to something negative. No, we want to make sure that we're in these high vibes. Because think about this, you can't fight the wind. Bruce Lee says, be like water. I'm like, be like the wind. Because the wind goes everywhere. The wind can do so much magnificent stuff. We can use wind to create energy. We can use wind to move things. We can use wind in so many beautiful ways. Think about how when it's on a hot, sunny day and that wind comes in, oh my God, it's beautiful. It's like universal air conditioning. When you like the wind, guess what? You can't be caught, you can't be trapped, because now you're open to something that's non-visible and non-physical, and you allow that light to shine through you. Oh my God, you're going to open up to the best part of yourself. Spirituality is like this. Let me ask you this question. Let's say that you live in a beautiful house. Beautiful house that every time people come around, they go, oh my God, this house is amazing. And then you decide that you're going to move. And you're having your dream house built. You've got the body, mind, and the spirit all in alignment. You've learned how to supercharge yourself. You've learned how to break through after breakthrough. You're putting into practice all the stuff that we're teaching you. And financially, money's flowing to you well. And you say, you know what, we love living in this house, but now we're going to go and get our dream house built. So you sell your house, You're packing everything up. You're just about to leave, and there's one ornament left. You lift up that one ornament, and as you lift up that one ornament, a door opens that you never even knew was there. And you've lived in this house for 10 years. You lift up this ornament, this door opens. What are you going to do? A door opens. Tell me, what are you going to do? You never even knew this door exists. It was a secret door that you didn't know was there. What will you do? Of course you're going to go in. So your curiosity says, I'm going in. So you go in, you start walking down these stairs, all these neon lights kick on, and you're like, where the hell is this taking me? And you go down, and all of a sudden, there's a massive swimming pool. All of a sudden, there's a sauna. There's a gym. There's a home cinema. There's a games area, pool table. And you're like, oh my God, I never even knew this stuff was here. What will you be feeling knowing that you're walking out of that house the next day to go and live in your dream house, but now you know that that stuff was there for the 10 years? What will you be thinking? Some are going sad. Well, why be sad? Because you're now going to go and live in your dream house. Some are going, holy crap. Some are going, stupid me. Some are going, wasted. Now, isn't it interesting that all this stuff comes up? So what we would do is think about this. This is what would come up for me. Oh my God, I'm now going to my dream house. I'm super happy that I'm going to go to my dream house. But I just wish I knew that this was here, because my friends, my family, my loved ones, we would have all been able to enjoy this stuff at the highest level and had so much fun. But we're going to go and have more fun in my new house now, because I've got all this stuff in my new house that I've designed anyway. But I do wish I knew about that. Finding all that stuff is like finding your spirit. Finding that new, all that stuff that you can play with, that you can create with, that you can connect with in good vibes. This is what spirituality is all about. You don't get stuck in the mind. You don't get stuck in the body. You start to use your spirit, this human spirit, to override all challenges that we go through. Tell me this. Do you want to live life with more joy? Yes or no? Do you want to live life with more love? Yes or no? Do you want to live life with more compassion? Yes or no? Do you want to be able to awaken to a better quality of life? Yes or no? Do you want to be able to walk an enlightened path so that the more you experience life on planet, the more your light starts to shine, the more success you start to create, the more love starts to emanate out of you, the more people want to be connected to you or be around you or just be friends with you, because now you're a joy to be around. All of that comes from connecting to our spirit. And without it, I can tell you now, there's a part of us that is lost. So spirituality is essential. One of my biggest spiritual gurus, teachers, is Confucius. And his teachings are built on timeless wisdom. And I said at Supercharge Life, this guy was one of my biggest saviors. And he says, he who masters himself, or it should be, he or she who masters herself, becomes the almighty warrior. At Supercharge Life, I'm going to be giving you my top 10 Confucius quotes. And I'll tell you now, any one of them is a game changer. You start to live with all 10 and you compound it. His teachings today, I believe, are more powerful today than they was when he was physically with us on this planet. The reason why I believe that they're more powerful today is because now we're faced with something that humanity's never been faced with. If we don't get it and wake up and be in alignment with universal power, humanity will be ejected from the planet. Just fact. Science is out there saying it. We've got until 2050 to literally save the sea. If we don't save the sea, all the good science around the world is now saying, if we carry on living the way that we're living, all life under the sea will be dead by 2050. This is not some hippie saying this. This is not some who's got an idea about it. This is science. What we've now uncovered is that there is stuff in the sea that actually allows us to breathe, because it's all connected in the ecosystem. If life under the sea is dead, guess what? Humanity will be soon. And I don't want to put the fear of God in you. What I want to do is use it for inspiration, because now we've got 30 years to turn everything around. What we can do in 1 year is amazing. What we can do in 3 years, life-changing. What we can do in 5 years, 10 years, we're going to literally change the whole trajectory on how humans live on planet Earth. And it's the new way of living. In my world, We call it the Superhuman Way of Living. You start to live what I'm going to be teaching you at Supercharge Your Life, then you start to get supercharged, then you start to become superhuman. And I don't say this as a gimmick, I say it because it's real. And for that, you've got to understand the body, the mind, and the spirit. Now, remember this. You're only going to be as strong as one of these links. If one of these links is weak, guess what? It's going to break. So we want to make sure that you don't have any weak links and we turn all your weaknesses into strengths. That is essential. We've got to make sure that we don't avoid what's weak. We focus on it, but now we make it a strength. Now, look what's below the line. See that black line in the middle? I want you to see what's below the line. Below the line is, let's start with, say, judgment. But then go above the line and connect to the same color above the line and you'll see acceptance. Below the line it says victim, above the line it says hero. Below the line we feel stuck, above the line we realize that there's a choice. Below the line we're hopeless, above the line there's hope. Below the line we react to things based on our programming instead of responding in an empowering way. Below the line there's fear, above the line there's love. Below the line, there's blame. Above the line, there's 100% responsibility. Below the line, we're at the effect. Above the line, we're at the cause. Below the line, we make excuses. Above the line, we create results. Below the line, there's scarcity. Above the line, there's abundance. Below the line, there's vagueness. Above the line, there's clarity. Below the line, there's failure. Above the line, there's feedback. Below the line, there's procrastination. When we stop, we don't do stuff. Above the line, we take action. Below the line, there's a problem. Above the line, there's a solution. Some people are saying that they can't see the slide. All you need to do is drag your thing over and you should see the slide because the slide is there. Can you guys see the slide? Okay, cool. So, okay, awesome. So now let me ask you this question. We understand that most people live below the line. Where do you want to live? Now, you're going to dip below the line. But where do you want to live the most of your life? Below the line or above the line? Let me know. Do you want to live below the line or above the line? Of course you're saying above the line. Now there's only one way you can live above the line. Look what it says on the screen. Activations are essential to live above the line. We've got to get your body activated. We've got to get your mind activated. We've got to get your spirit activated. The 2 days that those of you that are coming to Supercharge Your Life, I'm telling you now, you are going to be activated in 2 days in ways I guarantee you've never experienced before. I guarantee it. Because without the activations, what's there? Deactivations. It's one or the other. So we need to start to understand that we want to live above the line. Now, could you imagine this? In fact, just imagine this in your mind. Just imagine that you come to Supercharge Your Life and you spend 2 full days with me. 2 days. Now, within those days, what you're now learning are things that's going to help you to live above the line so that you now put them in practice. And what happens is if you dip, you go and put in one of the things I give you, bam, you come immediately above the line. Immediately. Let me ask you a question. Where do you think I may live? Below the line or above the line? Type that in the chat. Let me know. Where do you think I mainly live? Above the line or below the line? Okay, so you're all saying above the line, 100%. But guess where I used to live? Where do you think I used to live? Above the line or below the line? Below the line. This is why I know this stuff well, because I've experienced both. Now, where do you think life is at its best? Below the line or above the line? 100% above the line. It's all above the line. So for that to happen, being above the line, we've got to be able to get the mind, the body, and the spirit. We've got to get those 3 engines running. And the ways that we do it at Supercharge Your Life, they're quite unique to us because I've had unique experiences given to me in life. And this is what I want to share with you. This is what I truly believe the world needs. And this is why I get people like, I just showed you that slide, Paul O'Mahony. This is why I get people like him come to me. People, and we're understanding the science of success and the art of fulfillment. Now, this is what I want to be able to teach you as well. So here's my mum. I want to show you my mum. I mentioned her yesterday, but I want to show you pictures of her so that you start to understand that energy doesn't care about age. Because Supercharged Life, you can bring your, bring your parents, bring your aunties and uncles, bring your families, bring the elders of your family, because energy doesn't care about age. And as I said, you can see all these videos on our YouTube. In fact, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. So, this was Mum before. Now, what she's wearing there, that's a mask of serenity. Why? Because if you're overweight, your organs are having to work harder, your heart's having to work harder, everything in the body is having to work harder because of all the excess weight. Mum, I get her. She starts putting into practice the stuff that I want to teach you guys at Supercharge Your Life. This is Mum after. She loses 28 pounds like that. She's got a little dog there. That dog's called Woody now. She couldn't even walk that dog before. Now she's got a dog. She walks the dog every single day. She's turned into an adventure queen. This is Mum. Actually, at one of my events at 71 years old, this is Breakthrough Mastery. Mum doing acrobatics. This is Mum in her 70s. She couldn't even walk without being in serious pain. And here she is being an acrobat, finding a new strength and balance. We need that. Now, that's a real smile. Don't you want your loved ones smiling like that? A big smile, that energy that glows out. You don't even need words when you see something like that. It just fills the heart and soul up with all the good vibes. And as it says there, I now get to hug my mum for another 30 years. Why? Because she gets it. Unless one of us have a freak accident, her body isn't going to break down now. So I want you to imagine spending more time with your loved ones, doing things that you love. And this is Mum at her 70th. She never would have thought she'd be dancing in a million years. And here she is putting some simple things into practice that I want to share with you. She now gets to walk her dog. That's her dog now, all grown up. This is Mum at the edge of Victoria Falls. She never would have dreamed about being an adventure queen like this. She'd had too much fear to get on the edge. And here she is riding elephants and walking with lions and swimming with dolphins. And when lockdown obviously wasn't happening, she was swimming 100 lengths a day. And look at the before and after. This is the beautiful thing now. And I tell you, being able to see Mum transform made me learn all the stuff that I've been learning, made it all worthwhile. Because I don't just get to share it with the world now, I get to share it with you guys. Now, I want to mention this again, because I know some of you are still sat on the fence. And I want to do something for you guys that is really a no-brainer. Now, for those of you that you understand my fees when I coach people, and the reason why these fees have gone up is simply because I've had people of a high caliber come to me for coaching. You are going to get, you don't have to spend £10,000 a day. You haven't got to spend £20,000 for 10 online sessions. You haven't got to spend £100,000 to have me every single week be with you. You don't have to come to any of our exclusive events that we charge £8,000 for. You don't have to do one of the online courses from £500 to £1,500. You know what we've got created for you. Please now rethink about Supercharge Your Life, because it's for you, it's for your loved ones. Imagine how these 2 days will serve you and your loved ones. 2 full days of real life transformations. 20K the day after the training that we did. Now he's gone and manifested. He does, what was it, a $66 million deal that he's now involved with. He never could have even dreamed that stuff was possible. He said, Skip, this is an abundance miracle. John Lee, before and after. Joel Bauer, who said he spent $150,000 US in cash to learn a whole bunch of things that were incorrect. He comes to spend some time with me and realizes that, oh my God, our planet is polluted with the wrong information. And it is. Look at what's happened with my mama. Look what happened with Carmen. Was taking all these pain pills, 30 to 40 pain pills every 4 days. Very, very sick. All the pain went. She won an award for her company, an international award, a global award. She then started her own business, so she had another income stream. Then she fell in love, had a beautiful baby. Look at Tama, celebrity client of mine, from broke to 4 million within a year. Kelvin, 90,000 Singapore dollars in his account within 4 days of him being at Supercharged Life and then putting into practice one simple thing. And that whole thing that I said to you, that when you've had those anchors and those triggers firing off, and you just don't feel good, or you go straight back to a negative memory or a negative feeling. What Kelvin did, that one practice, that one technique, that switches everything. And you'll get this. Anytime after Supercharge Your Life, you're not feeling good, I can say, right, go into this. And you'll go into the process, and it's like flipping on a switch. You go from darkness to light. This is what I want you to understand when you get this spiritual connection. You will go from darkness to light in a heartbeat. Think about this. If you're made of light energy, which you are, if you've got a cave that is dark, and we bring light in, how long will it take to light up that cave? We bring flames in, we bring torches in a heartbeat. It's the same as you. Think about how fast that light energy travels from the sun, boom, to this planet. We can't create technology that can travel as fast as light. But if you take the spiritual journey, you can go anywhere. That's how we create supercharged results. That's how we create a life of miracles. So, chat now. Do you feel more alive? Yes or no? Good, because this cannot be a journey that we take that gets you stuck in your mind. It cannot be that journey. Beautiful. So what we're going to do in a minute is I'm just going to quickly go through. I'm not going to play this video because you've seen the Supercharged Life video. Now, here's what I want you to understand. In life, this is what and please type this in the chat because I believe this to be true. Selling is serving when it's in the truth. I never liked having to sell something because I didn't like salespeople, but here's what I learned. If it's the truth, I wouldn't be doing my job well unless I did everything I could to get you to register for Supercharge Your Life. This is why I believe it to be the truth. If you take the orange link, and if you can get that link put in the chat, can we get the links put in the chat? Awesome. So we're just going to get the links put in the chat as well, because I know some of you are still sat on the fence. Now it's time to take action. Now it's to decide, do you want to go for the VIP or do you want to go for the general admission? Now, I say take the VIP. Why? Because you are worth it. Tell yourself that you are worth it. Tell life that you're worth it. And to be able to experience VIP at 147 is the biggest no-brainer. So the orange one is for cards, American Express, Visa cards, MasterCards, Discover, Network cards, whatever they are. The blue link is for PayPal. So just choose which ones you want and take a picture of the screen. So you've got the links. The links have just been put in the chat as well. James has just put them in the chat. So cheers for that, James. And I want you to understand now. What's that? 18.3 per day every year. Oh my God. Show us that. Okay. So James is just, right. Oh my God. Right. I don't know if you guys can read this, right? But he's just done a number. Now, what you learn at Supercharge Your Life, I can tell you this, and we're not giving it to you half price. You know the price. It's just £69 for normal admission, for general admission, and it's only 147. Now, I just want to bring up the VIPs because I want you to go for the VIP. James just said, if it's VIP, now let's do this over a year. What you're going to learn at Supercharge Your Life, you're going to be practicing for the whole year. You're going to be using it as a new lifestyle. This is what I said to you. This is about a lifestyle, not a gimmick, not a trend, not a fad. James just worked it out. It's 40 pence a day if you spread that over a year. And you won't be using this stuff for just a year. You're going to be using this stuff for the rest of your life. If you do general admission, it works out at 18.3 pence a day. I don't believe you can afford not to do this. When you see the number like that, it's an absolute no-brainer. So this is what I want to say. Now, I will be doing questions at the end. Is it £38 for an extra ticket? If you go on there, when you're booking it on, yes, there is that option there. So if someone can connect with Mansa, I think you can just do it straight on on the page when you register for the ticket. But if you reach out to, you can do it to support@skiparchimedes.com or james@skiparchimedes.com. We want you to do this. We want you to bring a family member. Now, I think that's in the pages where we give you an option to bring a family member. But what I want to make sure is that you are committed. Now, I'll go through the VIP options again. On the Monday after Supercharge Your Life, we're going to be guiding you through your Sacred Temple live process plus a review and relearn. It's me doing it live with everyone. We're going to be there for a couple of hours. That value is worth more than the VIP ticket that we're offering it to you. The VIP is at 1/10 of the normal price. You're never going to be able to get this deal ever again. Not with all this. And by the way, where it says for the first 20, we're scrapping that. Remember what I said yesterday. I want you all to experience the VIP. So anybody who still signs up for VIP today, you're going to get all the bonuses. You're going to get everything. So it's not just for the top 20. So when is it? Yes, it's the date is the 20th and the 21st. 20th, 21st of February. It's that weekend. If you can't make that weekend, don't worry. We'll get you booked on the next one, but you will still get it at this price. The other bonus for the VIP is Supercharged Yoga on the Sunday, 8 a.m. before the event starts. We're going to be doing that as well together. You're going to get 3 of my morning rituals that I do every single day. And when you start your day this way, things are going to unfold very, very differently. And we take you behind the scenes. You're going to get to see everything. It's like we lift up the veil and you just come in and you say, oh my God, that's how it works. And you're going to start to understand it. So, next bonus. You're going to get the first taster of my new book, which is the 10 Commandments of Being Supercharged. That's not even on the marketplace yet. We haven't even got a launch date for that. You're going to get all of what the commandments are, some information about each one, the intro, and it's a world exclusive. You're getting that before it's even gone out anywhere. Even my publisher hasn't even seen that yet. So you're getting that before my publisher for the book. Yeah, you'll get this before I haven't even shown this to my publisher yet. So you're getting such a little exclusive here. Now, you're also going to get the top 10 audios. Are you doing what you love? What to do when you wake up? The benefits of fun exercise, the power of forgiveness, raising your standards, having an empowering future, the wonder of being a kid again, the benefits of eating live food, trust your gut forever. And when you're just going from here to there, bung it on within 4 minutes, bam, you've now focused your brain on something that's going to activate you, not absorbing stuff that's going to deactivate you. In my opinion, this deal that we've got on the screen now, if you don't take this, the question that I want to ask you is, what would it take for you to get involved? Because I know what you will get through this event called Supercharge Your Life, and it is life-changing. For some of you, it'll be life-saving, but it is life-changing. So you just need to decide now in your mind, let your mind decide, right, am I going to do VIP or am I going to do general admission? Because nothing should stop you now. Now it's time to make a decision. Now, even if it's uncomfortable, great, make the decision. Get used to making decisions from being uncomfortable. For some of you, it was easy. For some of you, like, oh my God, I'm in. I'm just signing up. So you need to decide right now, what do you need to focus on so that you can go and take action and you can come and join us for these 2 days. You can get these bonuses. You can get the teachings. And as I said, Supercharge Your Life is going to be like this. Think about this. This is like we go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's how most people do their lives. They just go on, they're hitting a plateau, and that's their lives. This is what happens at Supercharge Your Life. You go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, boom! And now you're walking up here. Now you're in a different frequency. Now we've taken your life to a greater height, a greater level. Now it's down to you to take action. Now here's what I want to do. Any discounts for birthday attendees? Good try. So remember, if you're not going to give to yourself, I've given you 5 days now. From my heart and soul, I've loved giving you these 5 days because it should create a new level of awareness to say, right, now I've got this level of awareness, now I want to go and get activated in all these ways. We've worked out how to do it. You could work this stuff out yourself, but look what I've gone through. I've gone through breaking my back twice, breaking my having my tailbone snapped, snapping an Achilles heel. I went through 11 years old, having to pick, am I going to go and live with mum or dad, having the heart ripped open, being covered from head to toe with eczema, being in a coma, having chronic illnesses and allergies, and literally, you know, major financial problems, major emotional problems, and mental problems, and pretty much overriding the whole lot and getting to a place where now I have leaders who are the greatest in their industry. I have those people come to me because they want me to mentor them, or they want me to coach them, or they want to come to the live events because they understand how much transformation happens at these events. This is what you're going to be getting. This is real. It's coming straight from me to you. It works with celebrities. It works with top CEOs. It works with parents. And it works with people just like you. And I'm just like you. I've just learned some things that I want to be able to share with you so that you can start to be empowered at super, super high levels. So what I'd like to do now is, Skip, do you do other trainings in addition to Supercharged program? Absolutely. We've got many other programs. We've got a whole university of stuff. And most of them we can't do at the moment because we're in lockdown, like the 5-day retreat, that exclusive retreat. We're not able to run that. There's an Amazon trip that we do where I take people to the Amazon. We've got a place in the Amazon that's a secret location. People don't know it exists. We can't do any of that stuff at the moment. This is why we're giving this no-brainer deal now, because I'm like, right, people need this. They're never going to get this opportunity ever again. You wouldn't even be able to come to a live event for this cheap. Now you don't have to leave your house. You haven't got to book a flight. You haven't got to book a hotel. All you've got to do is schedule your diary so it's free on February 20 and 21. And if you're in a different time zone, great, make it work. If you're in a different time zone, say, you know what, I'm not going to let my mind talk me out of this. I'm going to tell my mind, right, mind, we're doing Supercharge Your Life. I'm focused on doing it. Remember, where focus goes, energy flows. And as soon as you make a decision, as soon as you make a commitment, then all of a sudden, things start to unfold in different ways. So Marcella says, what will we learn during the 2 days? You're going to literally learn how to supercharge life. That's the outcome. You're gonna take control of this thing that you live in. And all of those things that have been holding you back, that have been causing resistance, one by one, we're going to knock the legs out from every single one of them. And there's a whole process that we need to take you through. It's a 2-day journey. It's a journey of discovery. Not just with information coming in, there are processes and activations. That's what makes Supercharge Your Life so powerful. So let me, in fact, I'll go back. I will play the video of Supercharge Your Life. I'll do the VIP one so that you can hear this from one of the dragons from Dragon's Den, so that you can really start to understand, you know, why would a dragon from Dragon's Den really be talking about convincing you to come and do Supercharge Your Life as a VIP? Because it works. She's not going to put her reputation on the line and say something if it doesn't work. So let's listen to someone who is a multi-millionaire. She's been a celebrity on TV. She's inspired millions of people. And she came as a client, just like you, to Supercharge Your Life as a VIP. So let's have a little listen to what she has to say.
You better come in with a brilliant product.
Know your market.
What's their price point?
I didn't ask that.
So you know nothing about your market.
Don't try and mislead us. The most disrespectful pitch. Keep your cool.
Sorry, I've just gone quite lightheaded.
Get it right, and we might help your business reach the next level.
But even then, there's no promising. Dragon's Den.
Hi, I'm Rachel Elnor. I'm an entrepreneur, and you may recognise me from the series of BBC TV's Dragon's Den. And I was at Skip's event, and I have to say it was an absolutely brilliant event of really powerful supercharged content and a really, really exciting experience. And I was lucky enough to have a VIP ticket, which meant that I was sitting right in the front row. And the great thing about having those VIP seats is the chance to chat with Skip and ask him questions and talk about all things metaphysical. I have to say, Skip is so inspirational. A great energy in the room is just to have that whole wave of energy behind you, and actually the energy just got more and more powerful and intense. It was absolutely a crescendo at the end of just such powerful focus, positive vibration, and really, really inspiring, really incredible content. And I just had so many takeaways about the power of eating properly, about nutrition, about mindset. All in all, a fantastic event. I really recommend, if you can get hold of a ticket, be there, make sure you get there. You won't regret it. It's one of those life-changing, pivotal, transformational experience, and it's really something that you really must not miss.
So there we go. So I've seen some questions coming in and saying, right, what's the difference between breakthrough mastery and supercharge your life? They're like chalk and cheese. They're completely different. They're not even the same. Just quickly again, for those of you that are registering right now, when you go there, please make sure that you fill in the correct referral, whether you come from Success Resources. You'll see the yellow box on the screen with the yellow arrows. Click Success Resources there, or if you came from Facebook, please click Facebook. If it was Instagram, pick Instagram. If it was YouTube, pick YouTube. Or if you're from our email list, please do that. So now I want to answer some of these questions on the, that are coming in. What's the difference between Supercharge Your Life and Breakthrough Mastery? That's chalk and cheese. Completely different events. Like, they're not even close to being the same. Now, there's a difference between learning how to supercharge your life and learning how to break through stuff. The processes we go through are different. The content is different. Where we end up is different. The ways that we go through it is different. Breakthrough is a lot of fasting and things like that. There's no fasting on Supercharge Your Life. It's really understanding all the things that I've just gone through in these 5 days. But understanding not just on a surface level. Like for nutrition, I'll be going way deeper in nutrition and showing you exactly how to do certain things, so that instead of just having the awareness, right, I've got to focus on the right types of food, I want to show you what to do. I'll show you how to do it. And it's super fun, it's super simple, it will save you time and money, because the way that I'm going to show you how to start putting stuff in the body, you'll be able to save probably money on food compared to what you've been spending so far. And you'll spend less time preparing the food, and you'll be able to give your body an even higher level of nutrition. And that's just with normal food. Now, you're also going to be going through processes and meditations and activations. There's some super, super powerful ones where, as I said, even after the event, if an anchor, a trigger, something comes up that puts you in an unresourceful state, I mean, for this one process alone, let's say that you're feeling down, you're feeling negative, you're in an unresourceful state. If you knew that you could go and literally flip on a switch and it will put you into a different state immediately, would that alone be worth coming? We're going to be anchoring that in throughout the event. So, bam, you'll be able to do one simple thing that I will show you, and you'll go from, remember how fast children can change their state. They can go from screaming, I want an ice cream, to as soon as they realize they're going to get one, oh, great. And they've changed their state. But in the moment where they thought they wasn't going to get one, they've just created hell on earth. As soon as they realize they're going to get one, they've just created heaven on earth. Who created that? The child. Based on certain belief systems and meanings that we're pinning on things. What we're opening you up to is a power within you that most people never get to experience in their entire life, especially not in their adult life. They might have had it for a small time period in their childhood, but they didn't have a developed brain, they didn't understand life, they weren't mature, they weren't meant to be, they were children. I want to show you how you can keep that energy and put that energy into all of your creations in your personal life and your business life. We're focusing on life in general. Because if not, remember, something's going to be out of balance, something's going to be out of alignment, and wherever that weak link is, bam, snap, and your life will come crashing down. We're going to show you how to reinforce all these links so now they become strong. So, let me see if there are any more questions.
Diane's got one, should be near the top of your screen.
Okay, let's have a look. Diane.
So, Skip, when you say get yourself a world-class coach and become immersed, what is the best way to achieve that? Is there any benefit to attending a 2 or 5 day masterclass, or do you have to invest in one-on-one training for months or years?
Okay, really, really good. Who was that?
That was Diane.
Diane, really, really good question. So, when I'm talking about get yourself a world-class coach, that if you don't have a world-class coach, someone who's living and breathing what it is that you want, then what you'd be doing is you might be taking advice from somebody. You might be open in a vulnerable. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you're challenged in a relationship and you go and you speak to a family member who's also challenged in a relationship, but then you go for that person for advice. Or you go to someone who doesn't know how to create lots of money and they're poor and they're trying to give you financial advice. Everyone's going to have an opinion. You've got to not listen to their opinions. What you need to do is connect with them in loving ways, but find yourself a world-class coach. Now, here's what I'll say. If you come and spend 2 days with us at Supercharge Your Life, one, you're going to be with a world-class coach. And I'm not saying that to big myself up. I'm saying it because I know I help people get results. You've seen me do it, top CEOs, celebrities, people just like you. You've seen me do it with, I've brought you loads of people. And if you want to go on our YouTube channel, you'll see even more. They've manifested more money, they've got their health back, they've got their energy back, their bodies changed, their finances changed, their careers have changed. What we're doing is we're getting people connected to the truth. Now, I live and breathe what it is that I teach. Now, if you go and you get a 2-day immersion, what you will learn in those 2 days, like for me, I can talk about Supercharge Your Life. What you will learn in Supercharge Your Life would take you potentially, I was going to say years and years and years, and what just bubbled up is decades. Because it's taken me decades to get to where I am now. Because all of my journey, my health was breaking down when I was a child. So that I had to start. And this is why I know every challenge is a blessing in disguise. Every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. What we've got to do is peel the masks off, see what it is, and then start to get the benefits from living a supercharged life. So if you come and get immersed, think about this. How do you want to wake up Monday morning after Supercharge Your Life? If you don't do Supercharge your life is going to stay the same and nothing's going to change. If you come and do Supercharge Your Life, I guarantee you're going to wake up Monday morning. New ideas are going to happen. You're going to be in a high frequency. You're going to start to attract more. You're going to start to become more. Things change. But you have to become the change. If you're expecting everything to change without taking action, that's another illusion that isn't going to get you anywhere. By you trusting this, yes, it is UK time zone, yeah. What's the time for the 2-day event? We start at 9, well, VIPs on the Sunday are going to start at 8 a.m. with me. General admission, 9 till 6, UK time. So please now do whatever's needed to free those 2 days. Take control. Get used to taking control of your life. Yes, it might be awkward having to go to readjust something. But sometimes that pressure is needed. Without pressure, we'd have no diamonds on the planet. Without any pressure, nothing would grow. It's the force of life. It expands and it contracts, just like what happens to your chest when you breathe. And we need to get you in this rhythm with the universe so that you start to have a different connection with life. So you start to play life at a high level. So I hope that answered your question, because it's so important to be able to get an immersion. Supercharge Your Life is an immersion. You're going to be with us for 2 days straight. And I guarantee after those 2 days, you'll be looking at life through a different set of eyes. If you come and play full out.
Elaine says, can you please elaborate on the bring a family member bonus, please?
Okay. Is that in the... I know that was going to be put in one of the pages. Do we know if it came up?
It came up how?
right on the last page. I know we're talking about with Andy. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I don't know how we're going to do this, but if you want to bring a family member, we're literally going to allow you to do it for, what was the price on there? It's something ridiculous, like £38. Like something so ridiculous. Literally half the price. Is it half the price? Yeah, it's literally about half the price. If you want to bring a family member, I would say bring one. You know, 30 odd pounds you can't even get. Now, if you do want to bring a family member, what we're going to have to do is you're going to have to let us know that you're bringing a family member, and then we can sort this out with you. So if you do want to bring one, if you do want to gift it to someone, I couldn't think of a better gift to give someone that, because you're here right now, but we'll need to make that decision right now. So if you want to bring a family member, please type your name in the chat right now. Your name, so that we can take a picture of it. And put your name and email in the chat if you want to bring a family member. Usually we would just say a ticket is a ticket. Like if you go to a theatre, you have to buy a ticket. No one gives you half price tickets. What we want to do for this, we want to make it as easy for you so that you get to Supercharge your 2021. And if you do want to bring a family member, we'll give it to you for half price. So we couldn't get fairer than that. Let me have a little look on questions. This is easy, guys, an easy decision. Said Gina, yeah, it is. It should be one of the most easiest decisions that you've made. And here's the thing. If it's not easy and it's uncomfortable, create the awareness now. What is it bringing up? Where is it bringing up resistance? Where is it bringing up tension? Ask yourself, why am I not committing, and what do I need to focus on to be able to commit to my own greatness? Because if you focus on making this investment and you come and you play full out, you've seen it. Tama was at Supercharged Life. When he walked in, people couldn't believe a movie star walked in. I didn't pay him to be there. He said to me, oh my God, champ, he said, you've got this other event going on. Can I come? And I'm like, of course you can come. And when he came up, we got him up on stage and he said to everyone, what Skip's teaching you, this is the new wave of consciousness. Grab it, take it. Now, what we were selling at that event, we were selling it for £4,000. Now, that was an event, God knows how many years ago. Look at what you're being asked to invest in yourself or being offered. General admission, 69, VIP, only 147. Just make a commitment in yourself right now. Go for it. Trust yourself. Here's one thing I guarantee. I'm not going to let you down. You know my energy now. You know me. I will over-deliver. So don't let yourself down and let this session end without taking action. I tell you, the biggest trap, anybody who wants to succeed in life, anybody who wants to start to create a life of miracles or live an amazing quality of life, here's the biggest trap. Something comes onto your radar, something comes and it gives you an option to take action or not take action. If you don't take action, nothing changes. And what you're saying to life is, life, I want the best out of life. Come on, give me these amazing opportunities. Give me more money. Give me more health. Give me more energy. Give me a better quality of life. Give me more love. Give me a better relationship. Give me someone to love. Give me whatever it is that you're asking. And you'll ask all of them at different stages of your life. So depending on what stage you're at, life, for some reason, spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it, has brought me to talk to you right now. And over these 5 days to share with you the passion, the love that I have for you, for other people, so that we can start to create a better world. If you let this go and you don't take action, you better figure it out for yourself. You better seriously put into action all of the things that I've been teaching you, but put into action a specific technique and a strategy so that you get this in the subconscious part of your brain so that you start taking action without even thinking about it, because that's what we're going to be doing at Supercharged Life. We're going to hardwire into you what's needed so that you can live a life that dreams are made of. That's what we're going to be doing. So what will it cost you not to do it, as it says on the screen? Missed opportunities. Is it going to cost you immunity? Is it going to cost you loved ones? What will it cost you? Because this is all about supercharging your life, and we're going to go into all areas to make sure that you don't have any weak links. And we know that there's lots of weak links out there But if you're prepared to do the work, we know the science, we know what's needed to be able to share with you what we all live, and we all take it on, and we just want to share it with you. All my top clients get the most amazing results by putting this stuff into practice. Parents get the most amazing results. People like you and I get the most amazing results. You are here because you want to get the best results in London. Marcella says, I see you in London a few years ago. Beautiful, awesome. So are there any, I thought I had no questions, and I'm just seeing that I've got 40 messages. Okay, will the recording be available? The recording of today will be available, but we don't record, or we're not going to record Supercharge live, because we want you to be there live. There's such a big difference between doing a recording or doing it live. We want you to be there with us live, going through that journey. Gina says, I can't wait for your live events in the future. I know they're beautiful. We can't wait either. Let's have a look. What else are you guys saying? Oh, that's Diane's question. I've just seen that one. Yeah, really good question, Diane. I have, Jackie says, I have booked. Can I get a receipt, please?
We'll send it.
Yep, we'll get that sent. Does generally give you all the activations? So do you mean does the general admission give, you're going to get everything from Supercharged Life? The only things that you're not going to get on general admission are the bonuses that I mentioned today. You get the whole event. I can't even know what I'm saying this. You get the whole event for £69. Honestly, please don't waste your time thinking about this now. Just take action. Because by taking action now, you're saying to life, you know what, I want to learn from the best. I want to learn what really works. I want to learn how to get the health, the energy, the immunity, the money, the love, the relationships, the adventures in life. I want to be able to see a problem and turn that into a solution. I want to be able to see something that's breaking down and go and create something to make magic. This is what wants to breathe through you. The same stuff that breathes through me is what wants to breathe through you, but it needs you to get into a higher frequency so that it can start to work up here. And this is where the joys, the love, the passion, all of the good stuff. And if you just knew what magic was in your body, what magic was in your mind, and what magic is within your spirit, you wouldn't even hesitate. You would just say, I'm in. I'm literally in. I'm just going there. I'm trusting the process, because remember what Bruce Lee said, don't think, feel. Your mind will talk you out of it. Your mind will do it. Oh, I can't afford it. No, I haven't got the time. Oh, I'm busy. No, I've got something scheduled in. Oh, no, time is not going to work out for me. Get uncomfortable and enjoy being uncomfortable. You know why? Some of the best things have been created by being uncomfortable. I'm sure at the moment, if you're totally comfortable with your life and you love waking up to your life, then maybe you've cracked it. But if you want things to improve, I guarantee what you'll be learning and what you'll be going through at Supercharged Live, it's going to put you back in the driving seat. It's going to put you in that position where now you've got not just got the awareness, but you've actually got the habits that you are going to start to create to move your life onwards and upwards. So, does the family member need to be in the same room, or can they log in from an alternative location? The family member can log in from an alternative location. So if you want a family member to come and do it, but you need to make that decision today, because the only way that we can do it is by you saying to us now, I want a family member to do it. We'll connect with you, and then we'll get that payment arranged as well for you. So yeah, a family member can be in a different location. That's not a problem. Really good question. Who was that from? Candice. Jackie said, because we get this training at a discount, how different will it be to those that are paid full price? This is online. So when we've ran it at the huge live events, it's a different production. You know, we need, it's the same event, but it's a different production. We're now having to produce this to be able to run it online. So I don't think anybody minds other people receiving great deals. Now, what we have never had, I've never had this, I've never had someone come to one of my events and play full out, and they leave and they complain, or they come back and complain. If you come and you play full out, you're going to be happy. And if you paid £1,500 to come as a VIP and you leave happy, it doesn't matter what happens in the future. It means that that investment that you made was a good investment. All you've got to find here for the VIP is £147. I'm even saying it, just it's almost like a joke as I'll say it.
So will the offer end tonight?
I think. Which offer is that for the?
For Supercharge Your Life, the £69 and £147.
Okay, let me ask this question: what's stopping you from registering right now? Because as an entrepreneur, one thing that I know, and as someone who loves life, one thing I know is that we can't get back time. So, do you want to spend all of this time thinking about it, talking about it, or do you just want to commit and then go and use that time to go and create some good? Because, and I'd like to know what the answer is. Yeah, let me know what the answer is. Because if I was you, I would just take action now.
So the answer is nothing, my brother. Just got to jump on another meeting.
Oh, okay. So what I will say is if you click it now, because in my mind, the way that my mind is trained is there's results or there's excuses. Now, for you to register, it's going to take you literally 3 minutes. You literally click that link, you go through the page, you put your details in, and that's it, you're done. And then you go into the meeting, and you've already committed to your greatness going into that meeting. So that's what I would do. What we will do is I'll keep it open so that when your meeting's done, we'll leave this open at this offer so that we'll leave it open for like a few hours or so. So I hope that helps you, brother. Will you also show us how to find our life purpose? Oh my God. Without that, this whole journey is a waste of time. It's so important to be able to get you connected to your life purpose. So the answer is yes. What we'll be doing is we will be taking you through certain processes that get you in these higher states of consciousness. When you're in this higher state of consciousness, then I start another process. I've got to get you there. And then when you're there, that's where we start to ask questions and things will come out of you that you didn't even know was possible. And they will come out of you in ways that when you write this stuff down, when you do certain things, you're going to be like, I can't believe that came out of me. But it was deep down inside and it may have been buried. Energy is going to win every single time. And as we go into the high frequencies, all the stuff that's of a low frequency, it just drops off. So as it drops off, guess what happens? Boom, you go up to a high frequency. And I carry on with this process, asking you certain things, getting you to do certain things. And all of a sudden, this stuff comes out of you like, oh my God, this is it. Now, the purpose will change at different chapters in our life. But you need to know what your purpose is for this specific chapter. Otherwise, you feel lost. Otherwise, there's no reason to wake up every single day. So 100% we deal with purpose and we deal with passion. And they're both all in the same sort of teaching. So the answer is yes, Rodriguez. So I hope that answers your question. Andy says, I need an energy healer now. Can you recommend one in London, please? This gentleman that I used, he was in Malaysia. It depends if you want, I know people do remote healings as well. So that could help you. Skip, can you elaborate on the free family member bonus? No, it's not a free family member bonus. What it is, it's a half price family member bonus. So if you want to bring a family member, let us know, reach out to the team. We will give you a half price ticket to a family member. Half price ticket. It's unheard of. It's a joke when I say £69 or £147. You can slash that into two. And for just a little bit of money, you can bring a family member. These are the deals that you want to go and grab, because then what happens is you'll get to come out of lockdown supercharged. People say, oh my God, I came out of lockdown, I lost money, I lost this, I lost that. You'll get to say, I came out of lockdown and I got empowered. My whole life changed because of lockdown in the most empowering ways. So, hope that helps.
So Almira said,
from Russia, so I was going to get the translation up. I want to participate in the 3 days in February for £147. There's no money now. Can I sign up and purchase later?
Our system won't allow you to do that, unfortunately. It's all done online through systems. And what I will say is, okay, so how long would you need before you can go and find that money? Because I want to be able to help you. I want to be able to really guide you through this journey at Supercharged Life, which is a journey of self-discovery. So how long would you need? If you can answer that question, and then one of the guys will tell me that would be amazing. Rosette says, can I bring my spouse with me as I'm a VIP? You can bring your spouse as a half-price member, as I mentioned, no problem. The VIP, all of what I've offered here, this is for you. And as I said, you're never going to find prices this cheap for what you get. I can guarantee this. I guarantee this. For those of you that are here, when you've done Supercharged Life, some of you are just going to want to send me videos, and you're going to be like, Skip, I didn't know it was going to be this good. I didn't know it was going to be this empowering, this amount of money. Anyone who's thinking about it, please don't even think about it. Just do it, because you'll have that experience. All the resistance that's coming up now, this is what we need to work through so that you can have a clear road ahead. But we've got to get the resistance, rid of the resistance in the mind, so that you can learn how to take action moving forward. Nothing is going to change your life unless you take action moving forward. So yes, you can bring your spouse with you, Rosette, but your spouse will have to simply just, or you can treat your spouse to a half price ticket. So yeah, just reach out to the team and we can get that sorted for you.
Someone asked a question, it was up a little bit. What is the difference between, so Steve said, what is the difference between what you teach and what Tony Robbins teaches?
Oh my God, okay, so I teach from personal experience. I deal with the body, the mind and the spirit. We've had a lot, you know, I love Tony, Tony's great, but we're very different. I don't think you can really compare. It's like comparing, I don't know, an apple and an orange. They're both needed. So yeah, my teachings are very, very different. My processes are different because mine come from direct experiences that life has given me. And it's like God has become my CEO now, my boss now, and that's what I want to connect everybody to. Not in a spirit, not in a religious way, but where we bring that spirit of life back into you, back into your money earning things, back into your family. It's really understanding. And Tony's American. They're on a different sort of vibe to us. Again, no judgment. It's just different. The way that I speak and communicate, some of the subjects are the same because they need to be covered, but Tony's teachings and mine are quite different. And Tony's, you know, amazing. You know, he's awesome what he does. But here's what I just want to say to you. Trust your gut. If your gut is saying do it, listen to it and do it.
Michael L. Daniel said earlier on, after today, utilising what we've learned this week, what is the best way to prepare for next month event?
So what we're going to do is, those of you that have registered, we will be sending you some things leading up to the event. Now, at Supercharged Live, things are going to be changing dramatically for you after that event. So what I will say now is go through what you've learned from these 5 days, because I've given you a lot of information, and what I don't want to do is overload you with more information. So please go back, go through the notes, go through what we've gone through. You can watch the replays again. We're going to send you the replays, but start to put into practice some of the things that you're learning. It might mean that, okay, I want to be more mindful when it comes to making food choices. I want to be more mindful when it comes to moving my body. I want to be more mindful when it comes to understanding, right, is this my brain telling me this, or am I in the driving seat, or is my brain telling me what to do? Understanding how you're connecting with people. Are they loving relationships or toxic ones? Use from now to supercharge your life as an awareness experiment. Start to create new levels of awareness so that you can start to understand, oh, I've been doing that, that's disempowering. I've been doing that, that's disempowering. Because the more awareness you create, the more we're going to be able to shift things at Supercharge Your Life. So I hope that helps. Any other questions?
Let's see.
Okay. So Katrina, oh no, Candy says, that was a good gut feeling decision. All of my purchases with you have been like that. Now I'm excited to learn and feel the magic. That is from Candice. It's going to be an absolute pleasure taking you through. Because if you got any value from this, as I said, this is like scratching the surface. Supercharge Your Life, we dive properly in. Katrina says, will we get the recordings or the link to rewatch sometimes, because sometimes we can't grasp the whole thing. You will get recordings from all of these 5 days that we've gone through at Supercharge Your Life. I don't think we're going to be giving the recordings. We have never done it from the live advanced trainings before. So I want to say no now, because it's going to force you to become present, and we want you to take notes. And by the way, there's going to be lots of things that we do gift you at that event as well. I can tell you now, for some of you, for most of you, it's going to be like the best weekend break you've ever taken, and you haven't even had to leave your house. Look at it like that. You're going to take a break from all the things that don't work in your life, and you're going to reconnect to things that do. That's how life can be born through you, but you've got to make that decision right now and say, right, I'm in. So please let us know. Oh, your email, that's James asking that. Awesome.
So Suresh said, Suresh Kumar Sony, happy evening, Skip. Please, pardon, as I don't know, it wasn't that one. So it was, please.
What's the difference between?
Yeah, what's the difference between
general and VIP?
Yeah.
Okay, so is that the one from Jack?
No,
Okay.
Suresh.
Okay, so what's the difference between general and VIP is you both get to go through the whole experience. I'll have to come back out of here very quickly to go back. So VIP, you're going to get, if you look on the screen right now, and I want you to see the deal that you guys are getting. If you was coming to Supercharge Your Life properly for a weekend, it would cost you £1,000 as a physical event. Now, you're going to get this process on the Monday. It's going to be between 9:30, so please write this down. On the Monday, this is for the VIP. For the Monday between 9:30 and 11:30 a.m., I'm going to be guiding you on a process called Your Sacred Temple. It was gifted to me by this Grandmaster Shaman. He lived in my house for 6 months, and I went through all of that same training. This is again how I've opened up to this spiritual connection in deeper ways than what I had learned before. And there's a process where we get guided. It's a guided process, but you end up in your sacred temple. In there, you get to ask all questions, and you have a direct contact with God, Source, the universe, whatever you want to call it. It takes a little bit of practice to get there, but when you get there, it's phenomenal. And I guide you there. And it's the sharings that we have after, when we come out of it, you're going to be like, this was something out of this world. And it literally is out of this world. So I got gifted that. It's a very sacred process. There's only a few people on the planet that have been gifted it. And that, I got told that I was allowed to give that to VIPs. And VIPs in the past, they've all paid. If you pay for just this one process, it's going to cost you about £350. That's more than what we're asking you to pay for the whole of the VIP. You're also going to get on the Sunday at 8 a.m. Please write that down. Supercharged Yoga at 8 a.m. before the event starts. And then we go into my morning rituals that get me fired up, that get me focused, that get me balanced, that get me ready for the day. And you're going to be going through that with me if you are a VIP. So that's got a value of $57. You're going to get the first, this is again for the VIPs, you're going to get the first taster from my new book, which is the 10 Commandments for being supercharged. That's not even out yet. The publishers haven't even seen that. As VIPs, you're also going to get the 10 audios, which is to keep you supercharging throughout any moment with just a good hit of some good stuff. So that's, are you doing what you love? What to do when you wake up? The benefits of fun exercise, the power of forgiveness, raising your standards, having an empowering future, the wonder of being a kid again, the benefits of eating live foods, trust your gut before your brain, detoxing in a toxic world. You're going to be gifted all those as well. So all of what you see on the screen, general admission is £69, but what you see below are all the bonuses for VIPs. If general admission, you don't get any of the bonuses. You'll get the event, but for the VIP, you get all of the bonuses that are just written on the screen. So that's the difference between the general and the VIP. So I hope that answers your question. Betty says, I'm in. Thank you for coming. All at the right time. Betty. What else have we got? Are there any other questions? Clarify what time VIP starts. 8 a.m. on the Sunday. Normal time on the Saturday. Will this week's recording be taken down? What do you mean taken down?
When we take it off of YouTube.
I'm not sure. I'll have to speak with the team. I don't know. I want to ask a family member. Amazing. So this offer ends tonight. Has got a meeting and then going to get signed up. Perfect. Steve said, "What's the difference between?" We've answered that. I think we may have answered all your questions. Do you have PayPal? Oh, James asking, do you have PayPal? I know there's a question in Russian, but the event is the 20th, the 21st. There is a bonus session for the VIPs on the 22nd. So that, I know that question came in from Russia, so I hope that answers your question. Willie says, I need this so much, but can't afford the payment at this stage. Had a stroke and have no income at this stage. Any advice? So what I would do is, if you haven't got the resources available, then the next step is to go and get resourceful. So what do? We reach out to family members. We reach out to friends. We reach out, we think, okay, what have I got that I might be able to sell? Is there something that I've got that I could literally take? And because there's so many ways how to do this now to get a little bit amount of money in today's world. It's going to start to activate you attracting money. Here's how it works. Let's say that you've got something old and you take a picture of it, you put it on a certain website and someone buys it, you've just made money. You'd be amazed that what is trash for someone is like jewelry for another person. So now, so my suggestion would be is to get resourceful. When we get resourceful, we start to activate, we start to think and act outside of the box. So that's my advice to you, my friend. Elaine says, thanks so much, Skip, for the 5 days teachings. Loved it and can't wait for Supercharge in February. I have to leave though. Thanks to your administrative staff, James, specifically too. Perfect. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Nadir says, see you 20th and 21st. Amazing. It's going to be an honour to have you there. I have a full-time commitment for the whole of February. Only month I have any commitments at all. I'm desperately hoping you will make this available again and the rolling month soon after that. So here's what I will say, Diane. Register now and get this offer. Because if you get this offer, it's locked in. When we do Supercharge Your Life again, which we will be doing it in a few months again. It's an event that I've wanted to bring back for some time. Lockdown and all that craziness happened, and we haven't done it since then. So it's the first time we're bringing it back since lockdown. I'm so excited, so excited. It's such a beautiful event to do. So what I would say, Diane, is register now, but then send us a message. You can do it to support@skiparchimedes.com or Ben or James at skiparchimedes.com. Any one of those emails, just saying, I can't make this date. Please let me know when the next ones are, and we will send them to you. We will have those dates before we start the next Supercharge Your Life. We'll have the next dates, and then you'll have months and months and months to be able to schedule some free time for one weekend that you can now commit to your own greatness. So that would be my suggestion. Are you a? James asking if they can do a bank transfer.
So if we're gifted a Supercharge Your Life live event last year, can they transfer that to an online event?
Right, good question, but the answer unfortunately is no, because we did that because we have systems that gear up for the live events. It's, as I said, it's a totally different production. We're using different systems. We even use different partners. So the answer to that is no, but you still get that when we can come out of lockdown and we can start to do the live events again. You're still going to have that event, that ticket to come to Supercharge Your Life live. So I hope that answers your question. Any other questions? Wow, I see 139 messages here. Okay, so Marcella says, Skip, regarding your product, Supercharged Essentials, the content will be enough for 3 months.
That's
Absolutely.
answered.
Yeah.
Been answered, yeah.
Oh, you've answered it. Well done. Guys are on it. I like it.
Is there a monthly option for your products? Then I can change to quarterly once I have the money. With the superfood.
Oh, with superfoods. So it depends what country they're in. Do you know?
I don't know. So Nicole Lynch, if you can let us know what country you're from.
I'll tell you why we've done it that way, Nicole. Is because when we post abroad. Oh, you're in London. It's possible then. So if you reach out to us, because you're in London, you're only going to have to pay. I think your postage is something like about £8 or £9, £7. So that postage will just get added on every single month. So the reason why we suggested it as 3 months is you actually end up saving on the postage. Because if you buy 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, it's going to be 7, 14, 21. You're going to be paying £21 of postage instead of just £7. So it makes sense for you to go for the 3 months, because then that way you end up saving on the postage. So if you can't do that, reach out to one of the team and I'm sure we can get something arranged for you. What time does the VIP start? 8 a.m. on Sunday and normal time on the Saturday.
Do you have to be on an empty stomach for the morning rituals and yoga?
No, not in this process. You can have some stuff. You obviously don't want to be full, but you can have stuff in the belly. I'll have stuff in the belly. I would have eaten and done some stuff before we actually do that, because usually I'm up way before then. Candy says that your offer was not clear. What was I not clear on? It's on the screen right now, so I think it's as clear as can be. I've got it on the screen, so I'm hoping that's clear for you all. I booked already and received notif from my CC, but I haven't got any confirmation email. Katerina, so
if you ask her to email support at Superhuman, so we have her email address.
Amazing. So Katrina, if you can email support at skiparchimedes.com, we'll get one of the team to deal with you straight away to make sure that you've got everything that you need. I see Katerina. She's put her email in the chat here. The best thing would be if you can email support at skiparchimedes.com with your emails and your questions. They're going to get answered there. The challenge that we have with Zoom is that when we shut this meeting down, I think we lose the messages. So if you can please ask any other questions, if you signed up to support at skiparchimedes.com, will there be a recording available for the VIPs? I've said that we don't usually record. We record them for our purposes, but we don't give the recordings to people because, well, there's a lot of reasons why. Because people's stuff is coming up. We want to make sure that, because if there's stuff in you that isn't serving you, it's got to come out. And we've worked out ways how to do it. But these processes, a lot of the processes we do, they're quite unique, they're quite sacred, and I don't know if we're ready to give people the recordings of this stuff yet. So, oops. So the answer on that one is, at the moment, we're not doing recordings. Cynthia said I've signed up. Steve says he signed up. Any discount for your products and the supplements? The price that we've got on at the moment is the discounted price. If you can even go on YouTube, and on YouTube, if some of you want to go into nutrition at a deeper level, if you go to our YouTube channel, Skip Archimedes, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure you turn on the bell notification so that when we release new videos, you're aware of it, you get notified straight away. If you search on our YouTube channel for Food Can Be Medicine, that's Food Can Be Medicine, in there you'll see a whole training around food, and I'll give you more educations around food, and it's beautiful, and it involves the superfoods, and you'll understand the offer that we've given you on that link. Again, it's a no-brainer offer to be able to cover all your nutritional needs, to make sure you're giving the body what it needs for such a small little investment. Again, I think it's a no-brainer. Oops, let's go back. Cynthia says, is the registration complete? We will check everything after this. So I think
we've been asked when will we get the Zoom links for 2-day sessions because of the time.
Yes. So what we'll do is a little bit closer. We will be sending you everything that you're going to need. You're all going to be in a WhatsApp group together as well, and we'll be sending the links to the WhatsApp groups, to your emails. We'll make sure that you've got those links, but those links are specific to this, for Supercharger Life. It won't be any of these links that we've used here, so that we can monitor people coming into the room, because we want to make sure that, and we had a few people last time who tried to come in without paying, but we know how to police it now. So we will give you that link leading up to that event. So I'm going to have to love and leave every single one of you, because I've got to get online now for a midday miracle message. If you want to come with us to see that, you're more than welcome. Please come and like our page. It's Skip Archimedes Live. In fact, let me just come out of here now. It's Skip Archimedes Live on Facebook, and I'll be there in literally 5 minutes time. So from myself and the rest of the team, we hope that you've got value from this. We have been connecting to Russian speaking as well. So I would like to, and can everybody please do this? Can everybody please give James and Ben a massive round of applause for working behind the scenes? Can we all please give Elena, who's been working and translating everything that's been coming out James's mouth, everything that's been coming out my mouth. She's been translating it into Russian. So Elena, we love you. We thank you so much. Can everyone please give her a round of applause? And we also have a team behind the scenes doing other technical stuff as well. So our entire team, we love you all. We thank you all. Please take action. That's all I ask. Take action, because we're not going to let you down. We will serve you at a super, super high level, and you will not be disappointed with this investment that you've made. And I promise you, you'll get way more than your money that you invested. Way more. This is a no-brainer, so please make sure that you save that link. We'll leave it open for a few hours, and for those of you that come on Supercharger Life, I can tell you now, you've made the best investment ever. That weekend that we're going to be spending, I guarantee it's going to be one of those weekends that you remember for the rest of your life, and you're going to be like, this was a pivot, turning point in my life. A lot of people have taken life in a certain direction, and this is what's going to happen with humanity now. Mark my words. Those that are being sick and tired and complaining and being the victims, they're going to go one way. Those people that want to walk the enlightened path, they're going to go another way. And humanity is now going to start to split. You need to understand, right, where do you want to take your advice from? Where do you want to take your teachings from? And you want to take it from people that live and breathe what you want. Health, wealth, happiness, great relationships, great adventures in life, creating heaven on earth. So from myself and the rest of the team, we love you all. It's been an honor spending these 5 masterclass sessions with you. We will send you the recordings. Please do send the recordings to loved ones as well, because what people need now is the right stuff getting in so they can start to be empowered, not disempowered. So we love you all. Have a beautiful day. I will leave the links on the screen for you. Yep, so that's up right now. I'll leave the link up there for just a few minutes or so, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Stay blessed and have a beautiful day. Live strong, live healthy, live long. Make sure you live now with the nutrients, oxygen, and water. And for the rest of the team and myself, we are out of here.